everyone, welcome to RPGeeks. This is a show where some very geeky people are going to roll some dice and tell some stories. Thank you all for joining wherever you may be watching live. Not live on Twitch. We're not live. You're live. We're pre-recorded. We're from the past. Hello from the past to people on Twitch, YouTube, podcast. I think that's the only places we are. Those places. Yeah, those ones. Thank you so much for tuning in. We have a very exciting one-shot happening today that I have written today because rep, and I have sent all of these fine people you see or hear in front of you some exciting information that is going to all come together into a wonderful Mayonnaise Heist. But who are these fine people who join me? We shall solve this mystery now. I shall first very briefly introduce myself and Emily Bates, 50% of the RPGeeks. So if you know the RPGeeks, you know us. We do science, we do TTRPGs. And joining us today, let's start off with Rhys. Who are you, Rhys?
Moi? Hello, hello, I'm Rhys Lawton. I am... Oh God, I should have prepped introducing myself because I am normal human man. Hello, my name is Rhys Lawton. I use he, him pronouns if that helps you. I am a performer, writer, director, and I play a little wooden boy in Who Lives, Who Dies, which is the regular old TTRPG stream I'm part of. But also I write plays and I perform in various audio dramas such as Ethics Town and Silk Verses and a couple of other ones that are all really, really good. And I'm also there. But yeah, no, I mean, if people... are we plugging social media-y things?
Do that at the end. We'll give the action, then people can
They have to stay if they want to.
Yeah, they got to stay. If you want to find me, you got to stay. You got to earn that.
Please stay because you want to. You don't have to stay.
Yeah, no. Also, please stay because it's really fun and Shami and Ali are amazing. So yeah, definitely. Yeah. So yeah.
We hope it'll be fun if you stay. Not guaranteed.
Love you
the
all.
RPGeeks promise. We hope it'll be fun. We don't guarantee it.
I mean, within a specific tolerance, it will be fun. Yay! Also, that's me.
Thank you, Rhys. Very, very pleased to have Rhys on for the first time. Also, second, brand new, sparkly, shiny guest. It's John.
Hello. I'm a ghost today, apparently, according to my lighting. So, very shiny.
Hair disappears occasionally.
Yeah,
maybe
I'm
just
trying
your
to
hair.
become Casper, who is bald.
Oh,
there we go. Always, you think about Casper, you're like, that is a dead child, isn't it? That character.
It's just cartoony and it's cute, and you're like, oh no.
It's
And then
really
you remember
cute, but you're like,
that bit in the. Then you remember that bit in the film, and you're like,
he becomes the boy and he dances with her, and I just cry.
I try and forget that film. It's really creepy.
It is incredibly
We're in Halloween
creepy.
time now. We're in full
It's
Halloween
true.
time.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, the fact that it exists in the same universe as the Ghostbusters films makes it. Yes, there is a cameo by Dan Aykroyd as a Ghostbuster who turns up and is like, "You've got a real problem," and then leaves because he can't get rid of the ghosts. And so the idea
to send that child back down to hell where it belongs.
No, but that's the thing. Dan Aykroyd would only just capture the child and then put it in a wall in New York. And would just put it in a little nuclear reactor in New York until that nuclear reactor explodes. And he'd do it for capitalism. That's the moral of Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters.
Look, they immediately discovered that there's an afterlife, and then went, we can make money off of that. It's like, yes, afterlife, extant and tangible, money. Sorry, I interrupted. I just.
All we've talked about Jon Gracey so far is
Jon Gracey is great.
So tonight I'm going to be playing the role of Casper. I am a comedian, writer. I do a little bit of voice acting as well. If you've ever listened to the Magnus Archives, have a little thing in that.
It's very good.
Yeah, and I like games. And thank you for having me.
They're quite good games, aren't they?
They are.
Games.
I love
I just
games.
made this one up, so we shall see if it is.
It's going to be great.
I'm excited for this game.
Chamonix games
Excited for this
are just like little bastions of chaos, and I bloody love them.
It's
This
an
one,
amazing
yeah, this one
thing
is
because
leading.
out of all the RPGeeks, Chamonix, you are probably the least
Okay,
chaos
sensible.
sort of gremlin
Yes.
out of the
I'm
sort
very
of core
logical,
four.
calm, organised.
You are the organised one. But whenever you do a one shot, all bets are off. And maybe that's because you're not playing and you're not there to like keep everyone else together. But
True.
I mean, I don't know if this is allowed in terms of a peek behind the veil, but I've DM'd for Chamonix before, and yes, very much a chaos gremlin, like a glorious, wonderful chaos gremlin, and I like genuinely
I
makes.
occasionally want to run away from fights, and no one's expecting that.
No,
yeah,
you didn't
you
run
do.
away from fights. You ran away from abandoned children. That was the chaos gremlin thing.
Chamonix,
But
You have to
That's
remind
how
me
you
about
truly
this.
know they're abandoned,
That's
right?
one.
Once you run away.
if you don't run away from them, they're not abandoned anymore, right?
exactly,
They're
got to
just
live up to
children.
the name. But yeah,
Well, I'm going to leave it up to our viewers to decide how chaotic I am, which is just a little brief plug before we start. I have just recorded for our patrons a little video detailing my plans for today and exactly how I think everything's going to go.
Oh, great.
So
I cannot
fantastic.
wait.
Have you done like bullet points for it so we can be like, did we get 5
Yes, I have
out of 5? Or
A text version as well that you can analyze with me later. So I think this is all very organised. So
Oh, I am desperate to
see.
see that.
if we get 10% of them, I'm going to be really proud of us.
Oh yeah. Like I'm
proud of you, proud of me for keeping you all.
Sorry,
Oh.
yes. Us as a whole, as a collective.
Yeah,
We're
okay,
telling
sure.
a story together, Chamonix.
the GM is a player, like everyone else. It's all good.
With that, unless there's anything else, I'm going to dive into this. We're going to go,
Ready.
and we're going to start in media res. Picture the scene. It is a dark night. There are clouds in the sky. And you can see the light pollution bouncing off the clouds, for we are in the great city of London. But we are moving down quite nice leafy streets, quite grand architecture. This is South Kensington, one of the fancier areas. And here in South Kensington, we finally come to rest upon the Science Museum, a grand building. Just ignore the bit of it that's the Natural History Museum. It's very grand. And in the darkness, you might catch a glimpse of some movement. The street is pretty much deserted. You can see down the way towards the station, there's the twinkle of lights turning off as a very fancy French restaurant shuts up for the evening. You can see up the other end, there is one of those white burger vans, completely sort of shut up for the night. And around the entrance to the Science Museum, 3 dark figures dressed in black, sneaking subtly and sneakily through the darkness. They approach the rear of the Science Museum through a dark yard, and as they do so, we hear a voice, and they remember this voice narrating to them what they are about to find. As we see them, the voice says, "Now, the first thing that you will find, the first protection obstacle that those bods at the Science Museum will put in your way, is a deep and wide moat. There is a bridge, but every night the bridge is retracted. It is, you may find it difficult to swim, for this moat is indeed filled with custard." And as we hear this, we settle upon Emily Bates. Tell us what we see.
You see a woman wearing a black catsuit, and it looks black, but actually in certain lights, it's got almost like a pinky sheen to it, very dark pink. Her hair is up in a very high ponytail that goes like all the way down to like her lower back. She's still wearing like high stilettos. Like this is too much, really, but that's what she's wearing. She's got like big cat wing eyeliner, and she takes the stilettos off and sort of cracks her neck, laces them round her neck, and runs as quickly as she can over the custard, because it's a non-Newtonian fluid. Love you for that, Sharmony. And so if you hit it really hard, you can run on custard. Fun fact, can I do my other cool non-Newtonian fluid fact? Frog saliva is a non-Newtonian fluid,
Really?
which is one of the reasons they're so good at, like, that's why their tongue sort of can stick to things, because as it goes out, it's a liquid while it's... No, hang on, let me get this right. As it gets flung, it becomes a non-Newtonian fluid, which sticks the flies to it. And then when it stops as it hit the flies, it turns into a liquid, so it goes round them. As they pull them back, it becomes a solid again, so the flies get stuck and go in their mouths.
That is
That is
amazing.
rad.
Non-Newtonian fluids.
I do have a question for you. I'm sorry to segue so early.
Please do.
Is blood a non-Newtonian fluid? No, it isn't. Cool. That settled the debate for me.
It's quite a rare thing. For
Okay,
something to be
cool.
a non-Newtonian fluid. I don't
That
actually
settled the
know-
debate for me, and I was on the losing side there. That's on me.
Ah,
Sorry.
damn it.
I mean, I don't think it is. I've said no very confidently.
Yeah, I would
Hey,
say
I
no,
trust
but
you.
Never, like, I think I've heard
It
that.
is blood.
I trust
Maybe
you
if you
so
take a lot
much.
of cornstarch or something, you can make
Yeah, like
get it into
that.
your bloodstream. So.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no. There's things that say it might be. Hang on, I'm going to have
What?
to read. Can I just read a paper while you all
You go read
carry
some
on?
research
Okay.
because we love having little science breaks here.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to
No one
start
else
a
is
science
obliged
break so quickly.
to give science facts, by the way. Sometimes we cannot help ourselves.
So good.
Okay, so we see this figure who we know to be Rose Spritzer, running across the moat, pressing the bridge button. Bridge extends, and her two companions are able to easily follow. The next thing that you hear in the flashback voiceover, is the voice saying, "Now, of course, there is a CCTV camera pointed just in front of the door. So you must not step off of the bridge until you have someone is able to reach the camera and disable it." John, would you care to tell us what happens next?
In the darkness, you just see the red glow of coals just appearing out of the black, and then light shining off some goggles, and a large puff of smoke emerges. And walking through the puff of smoke, you see a very tall, very thin, gaunt man dressed all in black. And he moves with a kind of fluid grace. And every time the sensor looks like it's going to shine its red beam down on him, the smoke just unveils, or the smoke unveils where all of the red beams are, and he moves with a kind of with a fluid-like shimmy through the lasers, reaches the other side, and just flicks the button, which then taps into the button, deactivating the red beams.
And finally, the voice comes. In order to access the museum itself, you will, of course, require either a security pass of the highest clearance or some other way to fool their computer systems. And there is indeed a little swipe card thingy on the side of these grand doors, little console. Rhys, tell us what we see.
So you see what appears to be a moustache with a person attached. And this is Porter Schnitzel. He kind of casually saunters. He always seems to be sauntering. He doesn't seem to walk in straight lines. He walks in curves and sideways. And he pulls out a key ring that is covered with the kind of lanyard-based plastic cards. And he plucks one moustache hair, runs it over the magnetic strip of one key card, runs it through, and then goes, "Ah, shit, it's not that one." Plucks another, and runs it through again, and this one works.
There is a beep, and the large doors open. And as the large doors open, the voiceover says, "And with that, the large doors should open." And we flash back in time, and we see the owner of this voice, a small woman with dark, closely cropped hair and a white lab coat. This is Dr. C's, the woman who has hired you all. She greets you and says, "So, as you know, I have assembled you because you are the best spies, agents, espionage experts within the gastronomical field. This is going to be a stupendous task, stealing from the Science Museum itself, Rosé Spritzer, Porter Schnitzel, and of course, Monsieur Jean Fromage. I trust that you will be able to obtain and deliver back to me the prize that the Science Museum are keeping hidden within." What is this prize, you may ask? Do ask that.
What is the prize, Doctor?
What
Please tell us, yes.
Let me tell you the prize.
Oh, thank you. I'm very glad.
No problem. It is incredible scientific breakthrough. Transparent mayonnaise.
Oh.
I hear you say, but scientifically, how does one make transparent mayonnaise?
It really makes no physical sense.
Defies all the laws.
Now, are we talking about there's a kind of like an outline to it, or is it just completely transparent?
Okay, it's not complete. It's not invisible mayonnaise.
It's not invisible mayonnaise. That would be silly.
But of course, that would be crazy.
Surprisingly transparent mayonnaise.
Surprisingly transparent. Okay,
for mayonnaise, you would be surprised. As a molecular gastronomist, it is very exciting to me that you can make such things. Obviously, mayonnaise, as we know, is usually white, as are most emulsions. This is the science bit of the heist. You don't need to know this, but it's cool, so I will tell you.
Oh, that is cool, yeah.
Emulsions, mixtures of two immiscible liquids, such as oil and water, usually white due to all the light reflecting off the internal surfaces. Sometimes the denser, the richer the mayonnaise, the yellower it might be, as with richer milk. Otherwise, it tends towards the blue. But scientific breakthroughs have allowed us to create what is called a nano-emulsion. This mixture... Stop laughing at my science. I see.
No, that was an impressed note.
Laughing at my...
Yes,
Thank
and
you.
it feels like
I am
when
also
new
very
science happens, it's just always
cool.
nano something.
No,
isn't
it
That's kind of
I mean, it was
thing.
that or quantum. And
No,
and
it's not
like,
quantum. It's not
You haven't
quantum.
done a
quantum.
It just seems
That
like
would
a
be
bit of a
silly.
lazy shorthand, that they use in Marvel
it's-
movies, but
No, it's
that's
not
okay.
a quantum emulsion.
Okay.
It's a
Nano quantum mayonnaise.
That makes no sense.
Not nano quantum mayonnaise.
You're talking nonsense.
That's a nightmare.
No, look, it's a real thing. You can Google it. It's
All right, okay, I'll look it up.
Dispersions with droplet size on the order of 100 nanometers.
Wait, should I look it up using a private browser, or is
Yeah,
that
don't look it up.
Oh, I won't look it up.
You'll be
You told me to look it
trapped.
up.
Don't know. You can look it up after the heist.
Okay,
once
I'll
you
look it up
brought back
after.
To me.
Very well, I shall.
Make
Thank
sure
you.
you use a VPN.
You use a
Save
VPN.
yourself.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. Definitely. That's the only way I
Obviously,
can search
top
this.
agents.
Are we sponsored by any VPN things we want to mention here? Like
I use
Surfshark or anything?
NordVPN
Are we?
and I really like it, but we're definitely not sponsored by them.
Well, we
but,
will reach out to Nord after the
Nord, if
stream.
you would like to
Come on.
sponsor us. Maybe they are.
Come on,
Maybe they have now
Nord.
sponsored us for this one.
You know
Time
what?
to
I'm going
sponsor us,
to.
Lord.
If you
I'm
have
going to search using the most reliable of all of the VPNs, NordVPN.
And did you say we could get a 10% discount if we sign up here?
You know what? I think we should.
Oh no,
and
my
use the
internet is
code
cut out.
NanoMayo.
Nano mayo.
It's a real thing. real. It's a
Other
nano-emulsion.
VPNs are available.
Anyway, the point is that the particle sizes are really small, so the light doesn't bounce off them because it's smaller than the wavelength of the light, and therefore it's transparent. Wow, it's amazing. Do I hear you say how amazing it is?
That does sound amazing, but also just kind of circle back in terms of what we're looking for.
Yeah.
Is it like does it have an outline, or is it just kind of
no,
like?
it's not invisible. You'll be able to see the mayonnaise.
Will it be in
Okay,
a
yeah.
container or just sort of lying around somewhere?
It'll be in some sort of container. So the Science Museum, as you know, the gastronomy department of the Science Museum, it does all sorts of inventions. This is the first time that the nano-emulsion technology has been able to be applied to mayonnaise in a stable form without the two parts separating.
I mean, it's hard enough to make an emulsion without it separating anyway. So it's very impressive.
Get the particles and well, exactly. This is my job. I'm molecular gastronomist. Yes, I've got a map here. Now, I don't know exactly what obstacles the Science Museum will put in your way once you get within its hallowed walls, but I trust each of you with your particular set of skills will be able to deal with it. Now, beware. You, of course, are freelance agents and will be aware of some of the other players in this game of gastronomical espionage. They may be after it. The French and very fancy restaurant association would love to get their hands on such a potentially upmarket gimmick. That's the way they would see it.
Jean spits on the floor at that point and then treads it with his foot.
Yes, this is something that needs to be retrieved for science. The Burgerven, the association of burger men, women, and non-binary people with vans, also think that they should add this transparent mayonnaise to their burgers, hot dogs, chips, but no. Bring it back to me, and we will see this invention studied properly, put to the best possible use.
And what use is that, Doctor?
I pay you to bring me transparent mayonnaise. You should know better than to ask too many questions of who you're working for.
Out of curiosity,
for me.
Exactly, how many questions is too many?
That was the last one that you were allowed.
Ah!
Yes, that was it. I was counting.
I'm sorry.
Potter, you have ruined our chances.
But I'm so sorry. I was thinking that it was going to be.
There was a limit. Sorry, guys.
No, that's on me. I'm sorry, and I'm sorry, everyone. That's on me.
The scene sort of we fade out on that scene as everyone's sort of like, oh gosh, and apologising. We fade back to the present day, and you step inside the Science Museum, shutting the doors silently behind you. You are in a large, spookily empty hall, dimly lit, with large planes, trains. I haven't been to the Science Museum in a while, but yes, there are you know the bit I mean. There are planes and trains and automobiles.
We've gone straight into that bit with the planes. We've bypassed the
from
front
the
desk
back
and
skipped all the Vandalay generators.
Now, Charlie, I don't know if you know this, but I used to volunteer at the Science Museum, so I know it rather well.
Well, you have a map, and it's been updated. Since.
Oh, has it? Oh, good. I'm so glad.
See on the map the central. Your next task basically is you need to get to the behind the scenes area. So you know you're currently in the public galleries. The behind the scenes area is down some steps. I didn't actually make a map, so that's all I've got. It's down some steps, which you know where it is because you have a map that I have not made that you have. I'm still doing a Dr. Steve's voice. As you enter, let's have the first rolls of the game. Now, most of the rolls in this game will just be flat 2d6 rolls because there are very few relevant skills. The relevant skills which will come up are basically the skills that our 3 heist experts specialise in. But for this one, I just want you to see what you can see, be looking around, be noticing things. So just a flat 2d6 roll, please.
Oh, that's a double 1 for a 2.
Oh wow,
There.
nice.
That's
I've got a
6 from
10.
me.
Oh, sorry.
10 and a 6. Okay, a 6 is just a failure. So you notice not.
I should have
anything
taken
of
my
interest.
goggles off.
Yes,
But they're so
you're just,
cool.
like, very dark. Yeah, can't see anything. Rose Spritzer.
Yes.
Here.
Look at the plane.
I feel like I want you to notice something. You think you see in the distance something flapping and fluttering. You catch sight of it and you're like, something's going on over there. You're pretty sure.
Everyone get down. I hit the deck very quickly.
We'll jump
hits the
behind.
deck.
Yes.
You've already seen, however, Porter Schnitzel, not in the direction that Rose was pointing, in a completely different direction. A lone security guard walking along.
I am army crawling towards whatever the thing I saw was.
Okay.
I'm assuming it's a chicken that they use to make the mayonnaise.
Fair. Yeah, okay, all right, sure.
Hey.
You are...
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Carry on.
Rosie. Oh,
Yes,
wait,
the chicken. I found the chicken.
Yeah. That's a very impressive chicken. Should we maybe... I mean, if you want to, do we want to kind of like aim towards the chicken? But I might point out that there's a guard like right over there.
Roll behind a car that will be there because there are lots of them there.
Yeah, right there.
There's a surprising amount of cars here.
Yes, and trains. There's also a capsule that came from space. One of the space. What are they called? Not shuttles. What the thing that they come back down to Earth in? The pods. I don't know. It's really cool. I love it.
It's that whole re-entry pod thing. That sounds
Yes.
cool. Yeah,
We
that's
should get
really cool.
into it.
Oh yeah.
While this is
Let's-
happening, I'm going to stealth over in the direction that Porter pointed out to the guard. I would like to stealth behind them and shadow them like a cool French ghost.
Lovely. Okay. This is, of
Asper.
course, Jean Fromage's...
Casper!
I'm changing the name.
L'enfant mort. Casper.
Please roll sneaking, which in your case is a
Okay.
2d6 plus 2, this
Plus
being
2
your
for this
special
guy.
skill.
Ooh, that is an 11 plus 2. That's 13.
Oh God.
He's a
Damn.
sneaky.
I'm never seen again.
Where's he gone?
Who's Sean?
You
I don't
are
remember a French person.
this person's
Into a
shadow.
puff of smoke.
Like it's incredible. And as you're so close to them, and they don't seem to notice a thing. They're strolling along. They're kind of looking around. You see them give a wave, and you see another security guard doing another sort of loop somewhere else that sort of like waves back to them, and you just get a little hint of a smell of something as they kind of move in their trail. You feel like you can smell like truffle oil. It's very very delicate and nice, and they do not notice you.
Hey. Does this truffle oil suggest anything to me in particular? Other than it's overused on chips.
Why do people keep doing it? Like
Oh,
it's
it's
fine,
too much.
But like I don't go for it.
Haven't
Yeah, grip, guys.
been
It's just not that good.
right places.
Unnecessary
gosh.
truffle on chips nowadays.
Yeah.
Glad we're all on the
I-
same page there.
Honestly,
I like a
not-
bit of rosemary on my fries. I have to say.
Yes.
that's my
Where your
go-to.
chips from? Can I just start?
I've not had truffle oil on chips.
There
I
are some
feel like
truffle
I missed out.
mayo fries from like a burger place near me that I used to go to, and they're really good. And the first time I had them, I was like, "This is really nice truffle mayo."
A
And then
nice
I got
one-off
like
thing.
halfway through it, and I was like, "I've had enough of the truffle mayo now."
Yeah,
And
it's
actually,
too
we're just
much.
like mayo. I wish it was transparent mayo.
Mm,
I didn't
nice.
think that, but you know.
Jean Fromage, you can tell this is very fine quality, and you think this is finer quality than a security guard at the Science Museum should be able to afford.
I see. So as I observe the guard that I'm trailing, do they appear to be going in a regular route? Like, are they just circumnavigating the room, or what are we talking?
I think they seem to be wandering. And I'll say the other thing that you notice is as they're wandering, they're looking around, but they're also like looking at the exhibits and being like, "Oh, a re-entry pod from the space mission."
That's really cool.
I can't remember which one it is. I'm gonna have to look out now.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I don't. Are you guys still fanning around in the escape pod
I'm
together?
hiding in the
They
escape
can't
pod.
see you, that's for sure. You're
Right.
Yeah.
invisible.
My
They
plan was
are-
to try and
they are.
communicate, but if I can't see them, I won't. In that case, I'm going to remove a long, thin baguette from inside my trench coat and just delicately reach over and try and non-lethally pacify this guy.
Okay, amazing. Roll me a flat roll.
Okay.
Lulled to sleep air.
While you do that, it's the Apollo 10 command module that you can.
Oh,
Command
So the one before Apollo 11.
Sadly, I rolled an Apollo 5, so that's not going to do it.
That's not going to be good.
that's
You
one
get
of the
this-
worst ones, I
What's even
assume.
happened on Apollo 5? No one even knows.
You get
I
this-
assume that one blew up or something.
I'll find out for you. I'll be
you get
Google
this
it.
baguette around this person's neck, and the two of you in the pod and their friend both hear a sort of strangled and they're there being somewhat strangled by you. You fail to quietly knock them into unconsciousness,
Pop my head out of the pod.
Um,
John!
but nor are they taking any, nor are they able to do anything yet. So, is there anything anyone else would like to do?
Yeah,
I'd just like to say
I
my
beckon
Apollo
over
5.
as much as possible.
So you're beckoning to your pod pals.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like, with my hands on the baguette, I'm like beckoning with my fingers.
As I sort of
Okay.
expertly flip out of the pod, I just sort of say, Apollo 5 was actually an uncrewed, it was the first flight of the Apollo lunar module that would later land on the moon, but it was uncrewed. There was no one actually on it. Fun fact, if you Google Apollo 5, the first thing that comes up is an a cappella group from the UK based in London at Gresham Centre, which really is quite funny. Anyway,
Shout out to Apollo 5, the a cappella group.
yeah, well done.
A big bum to Apollo 5.
Yes, I will flip out and sort of. Has he passed out or is he still?
Okay, so they're still in a deadlock, but I will say that the security guard, it did exclaim loud enough for you to hear, and you hear footsteps approaching. One of the security guard's colleagues also clearly heard this, presumably the one that you saw earlier, Jean. And you hear the footsteps clattering on the floor in the empty hallways. What would you like to do?
Quickly, get them into the Apollo, into the
Into
Apollo
10
pod.
command module.
Okay.
Yes.
So it's into the Apollo 10 command module.
Yes.
I start dragging him across the open floor towards the Apollo 10 command module.
And I'm like, you'll be just like Thomas Stafford, who went in the Apollo 10 command.
Okay.
module.
I'm going to turn you into the staff of the Challenger if you do not help me. Challenger blew
Quickly,
up.
I'll pick up the legs.
And we'll kind of
Okay, I'm gonna say all three of you working together. The baguette stopping them from saying anything else. Help.
You're saying they're not so interested in my Apollo 10 command module facts, but they just go,
They were like, what's that? But,
also, Eugene Cernan went into. Sorry, I'll stop. There were three of
quick,
them.
pretend you're Eugene. Quick, just
Or John Young, if you want,
or John Young if you want. Yes,
You manage
non-John.
with the three of you, your skills together, to shove this truffly security guard into the pod and shut the door. The exhibits, the Science Museum staff are not going to be happy with people playing with the exhibits, but presumably it's quite tough, made of strong stuff.
It did re-enter the atmosphere.
Yeah, I imagine
So-
it can handle being opened and closed a few times.
Yeah.
Probably fine.
You would
Probably
hope.
fine.
So we'll just shh, and we'll kind of on
Yeah.
Faces just pressed to the window of the
the
command.
truffly security guard. It's like,
And he does a little Titanic handprint, but we ignore it and leave.
Okay, I will say that as you sort of disappear around a corner, you hear the other footsteps enter the room, but you are gone like figures in the night, which you are. It was a bad metaphor. You are gone mysteriously.
But gone like thieves in the Science Museum.
Yes, exactly like the Science Museum at night, evading security guards. You find yourself in another hall where there is
the big globe that changes into
A
different
big
planets with the projections
globe.
on it. That's quite cool.
Changes into different planets with the projections on
We
it.
need to go to the Science Museum, Charmony.
Yeah, I know.
so
It's
good.
actually been a while.
Yeah.
I assumed you'd said it here because you were really into the Science Museum.
Yeah, I didn't really think it through. I was like, yeah, the Science Museum, everyone knows that. And now I'm like,
Oh,
what
yeah.
does
You go
that
into the
look
IMAX
like?
cinema if you want.
Like, I really thought I just didn't think about whether I actually remembered what it looked like in the
You can
It's
go
movie.
and
like the
catch a-
upstairs floor with all the old exhibits in glass
Yeah.
cases and the.
You can go and catch a
Museum.
bubble show, which is, not going to lie, great fun.
There is on one of the upper
Bubble
floors.
show.
There's all the like kids exhibits,
Aw.
and they do all the shows, and it's the best bit because you get to actually do things.
got
And then
to
a
go to
kid
the
comes along and is
shows.
like, "Ooh!" And their parents are like, "Can they have a go?" And you're like, "Yeah, of course they can. They're not going to learn anything. I was learning. Don't worry about it." Then there's
Look.
the body bit that sort of sits above like the cafe, like opposite the IMAX, which has all of the like my body and me, and you can do like this little interactive stuff. It's really great. Everyone go check out the Science Museum.
Come on, go
I
check
love
out the
the
Science
Science
Museum. We need a lot of sponsors. For
This episode sponsored by the Science Museum.
And
and
Lord
Apollo
VPN.
5 and Lord
And
VPN,
Apollo
exactly.
5. Yeah.
We're here in the
about
most impressive of all museums in South Kensington, the Science Museum. You can get in
Wow.
free
Wow.
if you use
Move
the
out
code.
of the way, Natural
I mean,
History Museum.
You can get in free if you use the code walk through the door.
What would you like to do?
Which bit are we in?
You're in the bit with the planet.
Okay. There's also a big rocket on the ceiling.
There's a big
We need
rocket
to make
on
our
the
way to
ceiling.
the gastronomy department. Do we have any? Okay, where is the gastronomy department? I know I should know that
Downstairs.
in character.
I believe it
Yeah.
is right next to the gastrology department. And I look,
Yes.
I look
Don't
up
get
at the
them
stars.
confused. I get really annoyed. I don't know why I'm picking up on your accent.
I know, I'm doing the same.
It's
Very
a
glad
bit-
I've gone
It's a
posh British.
cultural sharing.
Yeah.
But yes,
I'm gonna
so
say
if
you can make your way swiftly there because you don't quite know what's happening with the security guards in the other room. So
I would like to
Right,
keep
can I
my eye out
sniff
for the
the-
chicken.
roll chicken.
What? Just 2d6. I'm assuming I don't get any.
So you don't get chicken.
That's an 8.
do you not have a proficiency in chicken?
Sadly, no.
Oh, interesting. You don't see a chicken at all. Yeah, not a feather, not a poop.
Okay,
Most
would
likely.
the eggs required in nano mayonnaise require tiny chickens,
Chickens.
or would they be regular sized chickens with tiny eggs?
You hear like Dr. C's voice in your head being like, "Oh, unfortunately, no more time for questions. What a shame. Oh,
Ah.
such a
You've
shame.
used
we
up all
ran
the
out of
questions, Paul,
Yeah.
so we don't know."
Wish I hadn't
So
used up all
sad.
the questions. Ah, typical.
Okay, can I sniff for that smell of truffle that I detected earlier?
Roll. Yeah, roll flat roll.
Okay. That is a 10.
It's a 10. Okay. You sniff around and you don't really smell any truffle oil. But as you're kind of like casting about, you smell something else and you notice on the floor, sort of going towards where your sort of secret staircase is, a few sort of scattered herbs, some rosemary and thyme, a little piece of samphire, green and sort of crunchy and salty, just like that someone has dropped here, just like tiny fragments.
I bend down and pick them up and give them a little sniff and go, this rosemary would go so well on some chips. It is a shame that they're using truffle. And I pocket it. And I move towards the staircase. So do we know where the secret staircase is?
You know, so this is not the top secret area. This is just the Science Museum behind the scenes bit. So this is where like the staff go and they have research labs and things like that. And usually this would be relatively easy to access, but of course it is the middle of the night. As you go down the stairs and open the sort of first door, which would usually lead through into a corridor into the backspace area, and that's what it sort of shows on your map, you start to hear these sort of clanking, whooshing and clanking sounds. And as you open the door to this long corridor, you see the clanking suddenly gets much, much louder. And you see the entire length of this relatively wide corridor is filled with Newton's cradles going along, just like bouncing at different heights, but in different frequencies, and also a few just pendulums, just for good measure,
Nice.
as well. Also going at different frequencies, and you realise that this is completely blocking your way through.
Energy transference. Sus bastards.
Yes. If I look to the other end, can I see like a mechanism that might stop the cradles and the pendulums?
Yes. Yeah.
Excellent. I'll sort of push the other two aside and be like, "Step back, boys," and full Angelina Jolie. Is that no? Actually, yeah, Lara Croft vibe. Like just grabbing onto some, swinging on some, diving under some. Slide. Yeah, I'm going to attempt to do that.
Perfectly timed. To dodge every single.
The hair like just getting caught slightly in one of them and just sort of flicking it back.
Okay. Okay. So this is your specialist skill. So you can roll 2d6 plus 2 for acrobatics. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I got an 8 total.
An 8 is a success.
Just about.
You didn't need a spectacular one. It's mostly simple successes versus failures on this. It is pretty impressive as Rose Spritzer dodges lithely, flipping and ducking and dodging through what is an apparently sort of incalculable, terrifying corridor of moving balls.
That's very impressive.
Not making the joke. No, I didn't do it, so no one's allowed to be mad at me.
Proud of you. Thanks. You get to the other end, and there's a dramatically big lever. The lever and the pendulums sort of get caught up in the wall, in the sort of slots in the walls, where of course they are. And the Newton's cradles suddenly all become magnetically like attached to the sides, leaving a clear path.
Order Schnitzel's one magnetic earring just kind of like comes to the side. has to take it out, and he leaves it there. He's like, that was my favorite earring. Oh well.
I can turn them back on if you want your earring back.
No, it's fine. Thank you, Those balls were well handled.
Thank you. It's a speciality of mine.
I feel like there's an innuendo here.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, very well. An innuendo is when there's a slight sexual connotation to it.
Walk through.
Oh, very well. And I'll walk through.
You make your way safely down corridor of balls, defensive balls, into the backstage area, as it were. The behind the scenes where the real work of the Science Museum goes that people don't usually have the chance to see.
Stay focused, everyone. This is where the magic happens, because science sufficiently advanced is indistinguishable from magic.
Right, but it is just science, isn't it?
No, it is just science. Like, it's very clear. It's definitely
science.
It's
not called the Magic Museum, no? That is next
that's like it's not
though.
the sufficiently advanced science indistinguishable from magic museums. That would be a very inefficient way of making signage. But yes, no. This is where the science happens.
As you make your way through past corridors of rooms, of books and special collections, once again, you know where you're headed. You're headed to the center of this whole area, the most sort of high security place that the Science Museum has. And as you are going along, can I... Are you going to sneaky? Are you sneaking still in this? I
think Jean is always sneaky. That's his modus operandi.
That's fair.
Porter is not sneaky. He's not even sneaky. He's just kind of like checking around, making sure there's no one around.
Rosé's
But he's-
heels click a lot, so it makes it quite hard for her to be sneaky.
Every now and then, Porter will turn to one of the others and be like, "This is so cool, right? Right?
I love the Science Museum.
I love the science museum. It's great, you know."
As you're walking down a corridor, chatting about how the Science Museum is great, you assume that Monsieur Jean Fromage is somewhere, but you can never be really
He's so
sure.
sneaky.
Is
Yeah,
Jean
so
around?
sneaky.
Like,
Did we
I'm,
lose him?
He's still here.
I'm very
Jean?
worried. Jean, are you here, Jean?
Jean, you all gooder, huh?
As you
I am
come
here.
round,
I am here, just
Yeah,
incredibly
just-
stealthy.
Oh,
Just keep your voices down, everyone. I'm
oh,
always
yeah,
here,
yeah.
always watching.
Oh,
Okay,
that's
very well.
suitably terrifying from both of you. Okay,
Watching for danger, I promise. Not in a creepy way. It's all
sounds
good.
creepy, John.
Fair enough.
I'm not going to lie. That sounds creepy.
Okay,
but
well,
okay, I'm here for it.
But yes, we should be
Well,
quiet.
I have misspoken. It is a mistranslation. Yeah, so let's go. Yeah, let's go find that mayonnaise.
Find that mayonnaise. Yeah.
as you're walking jollily along in different degrees of visibility, you turn a corner, and Porter Schnitzel, you're slightly ahead, and as you come around this corner, you collide with someone walking in the other way. It's a young lady, also in a white lab coat, and she was carrying a pile of books, and she drops the books all over the floor as you collide with her, and sort of go, oh gosh. Goes.
Can I roll
bends
for a
down.
meet cute?
Yes.
Can I roll for a
2d6.
meet cute on this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Please do.
That's a double 6.
Oh, yes.
Wow.
They're in love now, Charmony.
Wow.
Holy crap!
She bends
I
down
am
to
wasting
help.
my
charming and
double
quirky.
6 on a romantic comedy.
Are you bending down to help her pick up the books?
Oh
In
yeah,
that case?
And you best
I'll
believe their hands are brushing.
immediately I'd be like, I'm so sorry. I'm so terribly sorry. Can I just help you with this?
You
I'm
both,
so
you're
sorry.
both kneeling down on the floor. Jean Fromage is invisible. Rosé, what are you doing at this point?
Oh,
I'll
I'm
just-
so sorry.
I'm not with him. Like he's
No.
we're not
This
together
is
or anything, so it's fine.
No,
As-
it's fine. We're
As
just
you're
here.
flustering and saying that, Porter, your hands touch one of hers, and she finally looks up, and she looks up into your eyes as you're suddenly very, very close together, and she sort of smiles, and then she looks at you with sort of recognition, and then she says, "Oh, Porter, right? You work here, right?"
Yes, of course. You know me, Porter Cutlet. You know me. I work just over there. Like I've seen you in the lab a few times. Good gracious, how
Jean
are you?
slowly puts the baguette back into his jacket.
I think Rosé is going to sort of slowly move to the place she last heard John's voice and sort of move away from this and be like, oh, interesting.
Hey, what, Rosé, if you carry on. I'm just going to
Right.
chat with. I'm so sorry. I'm so terrible with names.
Sam. Yeah.
Sam, delightful Sam. Yes, of course.
What is so late? I thought I was the only one still here.
You know Dan's card.
Oh.
Yeah, no, we were supposed to take it along to the do tonight, and just I was the last one to sign it.
Don't know.
Plum forgot, left it in my desk,
Oh,
and
you know where it is. Thank goodness, because I
Oh, no,
I
no, no,
haven't
I'm-
seen it.
I-
Oh gosh.
no, I know it's such a nightmare, you know. Sam, how are you not coming along to the thing tonight?
Oh well, it's just that I'm so busy and I have so
No,
much work to do. I can't really.
completely understand. No, you're absolutely fine. No, I know. You work so hard, like you're seen. Just so you know, like we see how hard you work here.
You're
Look,
planning
I
to
don't.
go, are you to the?
Well, I was hoping to take the card to Dan.
'Cause if you're going now, I mean, I suppose I could do some of the work tomorrow. Perhaps we could go together.
Well, tell you what, Sam. How about you head down there? I'll catch up. I'll grab the card for Dan, and we can meet up there.
Oh, I mean, all right. If you're, yes, all right.
Sam,
yes.
and I really appreciate this. Thank you.
Oh.
and we'll just kind of like take the hand and just like have one hand on top of the other, hand on the shoulder, and just be like, Sam, I don't feel like I get to talk to you enough.
Good night, then. We'll rectify that.
I look forward to it.
Rose is now standing behind her, just rolling her eyes heavily and being like,
Now, Sam, you take care. If you head to Dan's, I think they're over at the just round the corner from the station, the pub round there.
Right.
And I think they booked out the downstairs. But
See you there, Potter.
I'll see you there.
Bye.
Safe journeys.
Bye. Sort of looking back
bye,
as
bye.
she goes down the corridor. Looks
Yeah.
back one last time. Disappears.
And he will take the little lanyard key card that she had. Was it she?
Yeah.
They? Yeah. So that she had on her, and just will kind of add it to the key ring and say, right.
Porter.
Was did
Porter.
I've been working here for ages. This is one of those things. Like you get to know people, you know.
No,
Oh,
that
that
was brilliant.
That's cold, bro.
Well, that's not
I
cold.
turned
Like,
to you there. That is cold, bro. Oh, I don't know what my accent is.
don't worry. It's catching. Apparently, it's one of those things. Yeah. No. Sam's lovely. Sam's absolutely lovely. I fully intend to meet up with them later on at Dan's thing. But I'm going to tell us the truth here. I don't know who Dan is.
Right, is he actually having a thing, or have you just sent that poor girl somewhere where
It's like it's Dan's dog's birthday.
Right.
It's a whole thing. Like it started off as a joke thing, but now it's kind of like a work do thing. Like to be honest, it is not hard to get people. It's not hard to get scientists to go to a party. Like it's actually really easy.
Starved for it, really.
No,
Yes.
not starved for it. Just like, who doesn't love a party, I mean, except for people who don't like parties. Should we go?
Right, yes, shall we carry on?
Let's go.
You continue down the dark hallways, and as you're walking, everyone roll a flat check for me again.
It's double sixes.
Ooh, nice.
It's a single 6 for me.
That is a 5.
Okay, Rose, you are about to step round yet another corridor when you hear some low mutterings in what sounds like it could be a French accent. And as you stop before stepping round and peek round, you can see 2 security guards. I'm going to say the 2 security guards from earlier, both the one from the pod and the other one who you didn't see, but it is them. And you can see that they are now down here in the behind the scenes area, walking around, looking around, securitying, and sort of just quietly talking to each other. And you can kind of stop the other 2 before they kind of step around the corner.
You two wait here. I'll be right back, and I'll go down to where they are.
You're just going straight.
Walking
you're not
straight.
sneaking.
I'm walking
You're walking
straight,
straight towards
to
them. Okay, Rose, you walk down the corridor. They sort of suddenly see you coming, and like look completely startled to see you.
Hello, it's Gouda to meet you.
They like look like they're going to reach for something, and then they suddenly say, "Oh, ooh la la, mate, you are part of the plan."
Yes, part of the plan. Sorry about putting you in the module earlier. I hope you learned some interesting facts about it.
There are so many interesting facts about Apollo 5.
It was Apollo 10, actually. Apollo 5 was a totally
10,
different.
That was a
different mission.
band. So
Yes.
I saw an acapella.
Apollo 10 was the dress rehearsal for
week.
Apollo
It was
11. They
right,
didn't actually
right.
land on the moon. Eugene
Right.
Cernan, that lot, you know.
I will do more reading.
Yes,
when I
Apollo
get to
5
that
completely
point.
uncrewed. So, anyway, yes, I'm going to need you to step out the way.
We are
If you
here
could just,
to-
actually, if in about 10 seconds, you could just make some noises like I'm beating you up and then lie on the floor for a while.
But I thought we were all going to steal the transparent mayonnaise.
Yes, we are, but I'm a bigger part of it than you.
Really, you have your own. You have a plan, and okay, we're all.
I've already put you in one command module. I will put you in
right,
the globe.
Oh, okay. Now.
Now.
Oh!
And
I think Rose is beating them up.
Oh, hear this.
It
from
sounds like
around the corner.
it sounds like she's beating them up quite thoroughly.
Oh,
Yeah, it sounds like my countrymen are being absolutely destroyed.
I ate it so much. Oh no, poor me.
That is brutal.
She's really going to town on them.
Damn.
Damn, mon frère.
Carries on for a little while, and then
okay, you're overdoing it now. Just act like you're knocked out.
Oh,
She's beating them up for quite a while.
Yes.
She's a lot of stamina.
Right, just 10 minutes, and then you can move again. Okay?
and we come to the stealing of the mayonnaise.
Yes, and then come to the stealing of the mayonnaise.
Okay.
Fine. Right. I'll walk back and be like, they shouldn't be bothering us anymore.
Rose, how did your hands get dusty? Was they dusty?
Oh,
Was they dusty people?
Yes, dusty with herbs and spices. I believe they may have been working for. Sorry, I'm just going through things in my brain. Fernando's very, very chicken, and there are many spices.
It's not easy, but if you had to do the same again, you would, my friend.
I would.
Shall we?
Let's.
I am confused, but
I'm
let us
confused
move
too. I
on.
just thought I'd agree.
Okay, out of character.
Okay,
That's a classic reference, and I'm not gonna apologize for it. Fernando.
Oh,
I
it's
see.
an ABBA thing.
It's an ABBA thing.
Yeah.
Hello,
It's an
let
Abbott.
us
Look,
let us go on our next voyage.
I was too busy
Hey!
forgetting that I was getting confused between Fernando's being Nando's and KFC and the 11 herbs and spices, so I was annoyed at myself.
I mean, this is
Fernando's
good.
very,
This
very
is
nice.
good.
Yeah.
This universe has a rich lore.
I don't think I mentioned Fernando's
There's so-
very, very chicken.
No, you didn't.
At the beginning, but there's another rival restaurant chain, which is Fernando's very, very chicken. Yeah, they don't use many spices usually though. It's just chicken.
No, it's just chicken. It's
Very
very,
Mild chicken
very
to
chicken.
very, very chicken.
Yeah, you can pick anywhere along the chicken scale. It's quite good.
Yeah,
What's mild chicken? Like goose?
mild chicken.
Yeah.
Mild chicken's goose.
It's
Then you've got duck.
Yeah.
Then you've got
Aw,
weirdly pork,
evolutionary.
like midway through
Yeah,
it's
pork
pork.
is really quite good.
Just
yeah.
Incredibly
not quite
mild
chicken, not quite goose.
Yeah, pick a lane, pigs.
Yeah. Swine.
You come
Right.
to a large, very, very secure looking wall. This looks like, I'm going to say you can kind of, like it's kind of in an open space and you can kind of see that it's kind of like a room within this area. It looks a bit like a bunker. It looks like it was built so that, you know, if someone were to bomb drop a bomb on the top of the Science Museum, you know, whatever's in here will survive. And as sort of marked on your maps, you know that this is where you need to be. Within here is the toppest security.
Toppest security.
Toppest security. Stand back, everyone. This security is the toppest they've got.
The toppest.
This is the toppest security, everyone. Stand back.
My God, it's the toppest security I've ever seen.
absolute toppest. You as you approach, you see there's doors on multiple sides of this sort of bunker, and the doors aren't locked. You can get through this door, but Jean Fromage, you suddenly feel a chill emanating from this whole space. And you know that when people don't have locks on doors, it's because they don't need them. It's because there is something in there that will detect you as you go in. And as you, what would you like to do? I'll say you're sort of still
I'd
outside.
like to just gently hold the other two back so we don't move any further. He stops, and he takes a huge drag of his cigarette. And this is his normal go-to to see if there's any danger. Is he just blows a huge puff of smoke, and it's special scentless smoke, so that doesn't give the game away. It's like a vape, but with no scent. But it is used to reveal, in case there are any traps that might be revealed with smoke.
As you, as the smoke drifts onto this door, you see that the smoke, tiny particles of the smoke, and also like the vapor from your lung, crystallize, turn into ice as it hits this surface. And the surface is very, very cold. And what you deduce is and with the thickness of the walls in as well, the inside of whatever's in here is being kept at a very constant, a very specific temperature. And what you deduce, I'll give you, is that if you were to enter this space, you would change the ambient temperature, and the security system that you're familiar with is going to measure tiny changes in the temperature and set off alarms if there's anything that shouldn't be happening.
Shamli, that's a really cool trap. Have you come up with that, or have you found that somewhere? Because that's awesome.
It's a really good one.
Someone should do that in real life. That sounds like a good security
really hate
system.
that, but I love it.
I love it.
Maybe I saw it somewhere.
Is the door currently closed to this
yes,
bunker?
The door is currently closed. I mean, also, obviously, opening and closing the door would also mess things up. So that there is presumably, I didn't actually account for that. It wouldn't be like instantaneous. It wouldn't be like the door's open, set the alarm off, because then obviously the alarm's going to go off every time the door's open.
Yeah.
But it's going to generally be detecting the temperature of everything that's in that room. And if there was a warm body in there, it would know, or someone with a milkshake.
So Jean twirls the cigarette between his hands and gestures down to the bunker and explains. Now, what we are dealing with here is what I like to call a temperature trap. Even characters as cool as us would, as soon as we set foot in that room, would set the alarms blaring. And so we must find a way to make ourselves somehow, if it is even possible, even cooler.
He pulls out a pair of sunglasses and puts them on.
I mean, it is hard to travel from such great Fahrenheit.
Okay, that is good, but I do not think the dad jokes will make us any cooler in this world.
You're helping Porter.
Oh, very well. If anything, this is not cool. Okay, yeah. I mean, do you want to mark me or like centigrade me?
Okay, no, this is good. I'm enjoying this brainstorm, but
okay, yeah, no. I see it. I hear it. As soon as I see it, I hear it. Yeah,
you're going to do another pun, and that's great. But we must move on.
No,
and I'm also taking your accent again. Oh no.
No, that's okay. To be honest, our accents are mercurial.
Or is that another pun?
Which is found in thermometers, which I guess is,
It was originally placed in thermometers, but now they use alcohol. It's a whole thing. Like, it's... okay, anyway.
Quite badly.
I wish I had some alcohol.
It's actually really bad for you.
I've finished the rosé I had in my bag.
Jean-Fromage, you have a collection of gadgets and devices in your bag, so you don't need to find something from the surroundings, although as far as we see, you probably could. But this being your specialty,
they'll definitely have dry ice somewhere.
Or like the thermal sheets that you find on the Apollo 10 shuttle.
Oh yeah, can we wrap ourselves in those heat sheets?
Yeah, the sheets from the Apollo 10 shuttle that Porter has kind of handily taken in his bag.
Would they cool you down? Surely they would just.
Well, no,
they're just
they'd
stopping you burning up.
Well, no, it's more because it would be insulating, so you wouldn't be, your heat would be contained within, so it wouldn't alter the ambient temperature of the room.
Okay,
my guess.
We're discussing
while this conversation is happening, Jean has taken a large pair of tailor's scissors that he carries with him at all times, and has very quickly fashioned, with the permission of the GM, has very quickly fashioned 3 absolutely baller suits made out of this heat protecting fabric. Yeah. They're kind of suits of armor, but the rest of the body part looks like a cool kind of tailored suit. Very
Does it?
suave.
Oh.
He adjusts
That's
the
very
reflective necktie. It's great.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
I can
going
work
to
with
say I'm going to say this is what you roll for. This counts as your speciality of sneaking because you're making them for sneaking, so you can roll with a +2.
this. The sneakiest
lovely.
tailoring you've ever did see.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
The lines are really designed to enhance sneakiness.
The
Oh,
higher,
it's like-
the higher the roll you roll, the better the.
You
the
know
line.
those that
So do I get a
paint
+2
job
for
they
that?
can do.
+2, yeah.
The paint job they do with all the funny like lines on tanks and things, so you
Oh,
can't
yeah.
detect it and
Yes.
things.
That's called,
Yeah.
yeah.
What's
Dazzle
it called?
packing, I
Dazzle
think.
packing.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
The roll was a 9.
Ooh.
Thank God for that +2, or it would have not been.
Honestly.
With a 9, you all look so cool, and there's just this moment where, like Rose, you put the sunglasses back on, but like on the
Yeah.
outside of the suit, which like has a little transparent section in, so you can see, I guess, as well.
Everything's transparent. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, it's transparent reflective material, and you are able to open the doors and slip inside. You see before you a sort of high-tech sci-fi looking like room. There's this big square bunker thing which is almost entirely empty, but then in the center of this bunker room is a sort of cylinder of metal, a couple of meters wide, almost like a mini room within a room, but with 4 openings on either side facing the 4 walls. So it's not sort of enclosed, it's just a sort of it's just sort of defining this central area. And then in the center of that cylinder, you see sort of coming up from the floor a kind of plinth filled with sort of wires and electronics and a glass tube. I'm thinking like in labs where you have it like kind of steamy because it's so cold.
kind of.
Yeah, but like
vibe,
inside the tube. And you see inside the tube, laying on a red velvet cushion, a little pot of mayonnaise like they give you at the pub when they give you.
Oh, the
little
little
pot.
ones. Yeah,
Oh,
when-
the little
with
transparent.
the little
like,
poppy,
yeah.
the lid that you can click in and out. So the seal, so you can tell if it's been popped or not.
I don't know. No, it's just a
No?
little ceramic pot. It's
So
just a
you
little
want-
ceramic pot.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah.
It's a pot of mayonnaise, but you can't see the mayonnaise. But then when you look closely, you can see the outline of mayonnaise. And this is sort of in a sealed tube. And then there are further sort of tubes going up into some sort of like venting system in the ceilings, like the power's coming from underneath and it's sort of like pumping something through and then that's sort of being pumped out above it. I will also say, Jean Fromage, that you can disengage the temperature sensor so that we don't have to do the rest of the thing in the very nice suave foil suits, just in case they impede.
I keep most of the suit. I just sort of remove it so the head and the hair comes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just
I
pull the
keep-
mask down the front.
Yeah, and the
I
sunglasses
take the
down.
rest of it off except keep it on the mustache.
I make a little hairband out of some of the offcuts just to go around the ponytail.
The suavest Ms.
Is-
Pac-Man.
You're standing here and you're sort of looking at the, this amazing triumph of science, the thing that you're here for, the transparent mayonnaise that you have all been sent here by Dr. C's to heist. And as you gaze upon it from 2 of the other sides of the room, the other doors of the bunker, there's a door on each wall, open. And the 2 security guards, looking completely fine, step in and say, "Now?"
No!
And that is where we will cut to break.
No!
Was ist das?
They've ruined it.
Rose!
Wait.
That is where we will take a short pause. We are gonna disappear off for 10 minutes. So
Oh.
please take this opportunity to refresh yourselves.
We normally just say some minutes, and now you've
Some
gone
minutes.
So Harmony's gone with a definite 10.
You've limited it. That's fine. Give us an answer. It's
We
important.
always say less than 10. It's never less than 10.
No, what used to happen was you started rolling for it, and
started
then we
rolling
never
for it.
kept to whatever
It's
we
bad.
rolled.
I not gonna lie, I have a D60 specifically for that.
This is
We're not taking
pre-recorded.
60 minutes
I
of break.
can literally time it so it's exactly the right length. I won't, but I could. Like I could
Make it
literally
10 then.
No, because that involves me editing this rather than just putting it
Well,
straight out.
let's just go for 10 minutes then, and then we don't have to.
Sure,
We're gonna go
we're going to
for a
attempt to go
few
for a break
minutes.
for 10 minutes.
Let's
Might
do
be
10
around
minutes. 10 minutes.
Who knows?
Bring it.
Maybe.
We'll see you
No
back here
promises.
soon. Don't go anywhere, or do. We
Bye.
don't control your life. Bye.
See you shortly, lovely people. We miss you. We love you.
so we return to the depths of the Science Museum, South Kensington, London.
So deep, so science.
UK.
So museum.
So much science in this episode. It was a little bit. It was a whole bit about emulsion. It was great.
And Apollo.
And
And
There's loads
like
about Apollo,
non-Newtonian
that's great.
fluids right at the top.
Newtonian-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, also,
France.
sorry, I did read the thing. Blood does act as a non-Newtonian fluid.
Shit, yes.
Yes.
Sorry.
You were
Yeah,
right.
that
You were
I feel
right.
weirdly validated
I
by
haven't
that.
fully gone into it, but
Like,
it looks like
a
a lot
lot
of
or-
most liquids can act as a non-Newtonian fluid, but blood is like a more likely to act as one, like custard and frog saliva.
Suck it, everyone who said it wasn't. Sorry. That's a personal
Fine.
victory
It's
for
not
me.
like a full like custard. You
Yeah,
can
it's
run
not like
across
if I
it.
jump up and down that my blood will solidify. Because that'd be a
No.
problem.
Yeah, no.
I think it's also in specific circumstances, but yes, it absolutely can be a non-Newtonian fluid. You can.
Ah,
Damn.
I feel weirdly vindicated by that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Very
Thank
much.
you so much. That makes me really
thank-
happy.
Google, really, but
I mean that too. Yeah.
I'll take it.
Thank you.
You
Sorry.
stand in the high security, the toppest high security
So top.
room in the behind the scenes area of the Science Museum basement. You stand in this still chilly room, gazing at this sort of central tube full of what you can only assume is transparent mayonnaise, and the two security guards standing in the two opposite doors pull out from their jackets very, very thin and fancy knives. I didn't look up types of knives. What type of knife would you have in a
letter
fancy-
opener.
But no, in a fancy French restaurant.
Oh,
A paring knife. It would
okay,
be
I don't know what
good
that is, but okay, a
for
paring
like kind
knife.
of separating muscle from bone.
Thanks. They have paring knives. They are prepared for pairing. And they stand there and they say, "Aha! Yes, sir. As you can see, we are not security guards. We are, in fact, from the French. And can we say our thing?
Oh,
Can we say
yeah. It's fine. Sorry, I'll
Thank
wait.
you.
I'll wait.
We are from the French and very fancy and very. Wait, what was our name again? We're from a restaurant association of French and fancy, and we're called Favre. Ha ha ha! You were not expecting to see us, but we are here to heist the mayonnaise from under your nose. Okay, yes. Now you may ask your
it's
question.
Now-
the French
may I
and
ask-
also very fancy restaurant association.
That one. Yes. Oh,
Favre.
you. Yeah, Favre. You. Yeah. Yes. You.
Yeah, sorry. I'm just saying that. Sorry, I've forgotten my question.
Oh,
this
that
is
happens.
I know. Is this one of
I'm
those
doing
things?
it
Yeah.
as well. I'm doing the same. with it, and
The
you.
problem I have is like I suppose. How do you know that we are going to be here? And also, this is not surprising. We thought you were French, like kind of
How
members
did
of
you
the.
know? No, we were security.
I mean, there's the scent of truffle oils that we kidnapped you earlier.
Well, we may have had some inside help. For you see, I think someone on your team has betrayed you.
Jean.
You would think, wouldn't you?
Now that is a real stereotype, and I'm very offended.
Oh wow! I'm so sorry. That is on me. I'm
No,
sorry. I said
could
it.
see why you
I
think
heard
it was
it.
me.
I mean, because of baguette and everything. That was
No, it was quite heavily signposted, but in fact, you need to look elsewhere.
really. Oh, it is. Oh wow!
Rose,
I feel so. I feel bad, but also wow.
I'll take my hair down and sort of flick it, and you'll get a massive smell of truffle oil. Like going, like, truffle oil doesn't seem to spread if you keep your hair up somehow. I'm not quite sure why. I don't.
I mean,
speak
I'm
like
sure there's
them.
some
I can't-
science behind that, but we can look into that
Let's
later.
not look at the real science of that because I don't think it exists.
I mean, part of me is like there's a kind of like diffusion element to it, but
Maybe
that's
like
another story to be
S-play.
told another
We
time.
could go with that, but also it was a
Yes,
ponytail, so there was quite a lot of it flowing around anyway.
Ah, that's an interesting
I
thing.
guess
Anyway,
maybe if
it's
it
a
was in a
wicking
barn, that
effect.
would work. But
The wicking effect might have a whole thing. Anyway,
right, this is the most science we've done on RPGeeks for a really long
For a while.
time.
It's been a while. Yes. I know.
anyway, Rose, you monster. This is the kind of thing that I am very upset by.
I'm so sorry. It's just this mayonnaise needs to be used for the proper purpose of enlightening diners and in making sure that the culinary experience is top notch.
So you're stealing this for the elite?
Of course. Who else deserves
that is
it?
monstrous. That is utterly monstrous. How dare you?
She is British, my friend. Of course she is stealing it for the elite. That's kind of what they do.
Afraid
That is
so.
a whole thing, isn't it? Yeah.
They're
I used to
very
work
horny.
at the British Museum.
They're so
What?
horny for that.
How
Oh, there you go.
dare you? That is
And I wasn't the one taking things from the British Museum. I was actively trying to get those things back to the British Museum so the other countries
Oh,
couldn't
that
have
is
it.
that is diabolical. That is sheer diabolicy. Sorry, this is my second language. I'm not entirely certain what that means.
Well, you will not have to worry about this any longer. For now, we, the people of Favre, will kill you two traitors and take the mayonnaise for ourselves. And they advance upon you with paring knives.
Are those paring knives?
We.
Oh, that's really cool. I'm glad that you went for the scene. Okay.
Would anyone like to do anything as the two fake French security guards come towards you?
Can I make sure I'm in between them as they advance forward?
So it's like three people coming towards the two of you. Yeah.
So Porter's going to
Peter?
pull out.
Peter Porter,
Who's
Peter Porter.
Peter?
Bear with me. Bear with me on
Cutlet.
this. We'll pull out two kind of like chunks of his moustache, and they will be kind of like slightly rigid with moustache wax, and he will use those as batons to kind of defend himself from this from these two.
You're using your what of moustache wax?
I'm using parts of my moustache that he's pulled
These
out
are waxed. Okay, yeah.
that are waxed
Sharp.
and to waxed
Small but
to the
sharp.
point of it's more that they're blunt. They're the like batons.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
very
they're yeah.
As Porter does this, I will say to the two next to me, "You deal with that one. Jean, don't you have something you want to collect?" And I'll look at the mayonnaise.
Yeah, and I give a little thumbs up to Porter and go, "Oh, sorry, you were actually right the first time, my friend." And I go over and
What? You're reinforcing a stereotype? That is-
wait. I mean, at some point, you can't subvert all the tropes. You just gotta go as who you are. Who knows where my accent's from?
I'm not going to-
It's all over
I'm not-
Europe.
Like that is really upsetting for a number of reasons.
Well.
Very well.
Say?
Very
so
well.
I go over to get the mayonnaise.
And so did I see earlier how Jean turned off the thermal imaging thing from the previous room? The thermal.
No, it's in the room that you're still in now.
It was probably fairly simple.
Yeah,
was
I would
just
say it's Jean Fromage's speciality, but you can give it a go.
So I'd like to turn the thermal recognition thing back on and light one of my mustache batons on fire and
Nice.
chuck it into the room behind me.
Okay, so this is all in the bunker, by the way. So the
Yeah.
sensor is in the bunker and the tube's in the middle of the
Oh,
bunker. So
okay.
You're all in the bunker.
In which case I will turn
Yeah,
turn the thermal imaging thing back
Okay.
on.
Can I get you to roll for that, please? Give me
Yeah,
a flat roll
sure.
for the technological hacking of the sensor.
Oh, so close. 11.
I mean, yeah,
Whoa.
you're still
So
very
close.
much
So
worse.
close.
Yes, so close.
It could have been
Oh,
a
to a
12.
12,
Like
I
it could
see,
have could have
Okay.
resulted in a meet cute. And
Absolutely.
You and the thermal
That's the
device
new
have a
thing.
little
me and
day.
the thermal device meeting at Dan's thing later, that would have been
Things
great.
suddenly getting hot.
So hot.
That's
As
now
one of
the
the
rule. If
pairing
anyone gets
knives.
a 12,
Yeah,
it's a meet.
it's a
cute.
meet cute.
It's a meet
Yeah.
cute. That's established.
Yeah.
That's canon.
The paring knife comes down, but you just slide out of the way in your slanty sort of slidey way. You flick this little switch that you carefully observed earlier on the temperature sensor in like a corner of the bunker, and you light this waxy moustache end on fire. It goes and it's just like very well sustained by the wax. And a few seconds of silence go by, and then you hear just like a little like alarm going off somewhere.
You are working for the Science Museum.
This is, I can't remember my accent. For the moment, yeah. This is my raison d'etre, as it were.
Sorry, I don't actually speak French.
Really? That is surprising.
Like
but yes,
Porter.
the main thing is that, yes, I am working for the Science Museum. I'm here to make sure that no one steals the mayonnaise. Like, it's a whole thing. Like, I thought, I mean, I work here. Like, people, I know Sam. I know that Dan's got a thing going on later. Like, I work here? Like, no one questions this. And I like, this is a whole thing.
I assumed it was some undercover operation.
Well, it was a deep cover. I was very impressed.
Oh, yeah, no. If anything else, he rips the moustache off to reveal a smaller moustache. Like, yes, if anything, I'm Peter Schnitzel. I am Peter Schnitzel working... Sorry, it's really hard to shake it. Yes, I'm Peter Schnitzel. I work for the Science Museum. But dash it all, if I'm not here to foil you French bastards, then what am I good for? Have at you!
Okay, Jean-François, what have you been doing during this, by the way? I just want to check. Are you paying attention to Peter Porter, or are you going for the mayonnaise?
I'm absolutely just nicking the mayonnaise while he does this.
Go for the mayonnaise. Okay. You okay. The mayonnaise is enclosed. I'm gonna count this. So we've got various skills.
I feel like we need initiative here. This is
Yeah.
The various skills that we've got. Rhys's skill last time was defined as meet cute, but Rhys's skill is actually, I described it as being able to get in anywhere, whether by blagging, creating fake IDs, lockpicking. And I've defined that as a +2 to doors. And Jean Fromage, I'm afraid I'm going to say that being able to get in to where the mayonnaise is kept is going to require a doors check.
Sure.
Which you do have -2 to.
Oh, that's right.
I have a -2 to doors.
Yes.
Ouch.
Yeah, sorry.
Yes.
Sorry,
we have 3
chap.
stats, everyone.
You have a
acrobatics,
-2 to,
sneaking, and doors.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, old chap. Looks like I'm going to be plumb out of doors.
Well, you never know. I might have the luck of the French, as no one particularly
That's
says.
not a phrase.
It's a known phrase in this
Well,
universe.
Luckily, I
Sure,
rolled an 8, but -2, that is a lovely 6.
Oh,
That is a big old French fail.
times. You're there trying to get into the tube. It's sort of, a thing goes, and there's more smoke, and it's sort of chilly, and like you're like, how do I get in? And you can't quite actually access it. Rosa, what are you doing while Peter is so Peter is ready to fight now. You got the 2 guys with the paring knives.
I should have known. You had an accented what on your name?
Yes, I did. Rosé, you see.
Of course.
No
I should have known.
respected English woman would be called Rosé.
Of course.
I'm
Of
going.
course.
I'll just go, boys, and wave at the 2 guards to go towards Porter.
Okay.
Curses. You and your French unions.
And I think
And then
you
I will
see,
watch Jean Fromage take the mayonnaise.
I think you see
okay.
Jean Fromage's like very cool exterior crumble for the first time. This failure as well. I think when it goes wrong and it like hisses at him, I think you really see him look around with a snarl, and this like very collected face is suddenly quite ugly and Still hot, but ugly in its expression of
I think
bitterness.
we can all assume that all our characters are insanely hot throughout
Absolutely
the whole time.
slamming.
Yeah.
Like slamming to the point of no return.
Yeah, absolutely. Good.
And he kind of hisses at the two French
Goons.
henchmen,
Yeah.
Frenchmen. And he goes,
Les laquais.
keep them off my back. I have important work to do. And he's suddenly quite an unpleasant individual just for that moment. And then the veneer settles again and he goes back to perhaps a little bit of help from you, Rosé.
Yes, I'll see what I can do. So it's just in a tube.
Yeah, it's in a high-tech science tube, like in Jurassic Park when you have to make dinosaurs.
I'll take my heel off. And I will smash it.
Okay.
Damn, the stiletto. The
I'm gonna
tube's
say-
I would say
natural enemy.
I twist the stiletto and it has almost like a diamond cutter.
Oh,
Like
Oh,
thing
nice.
around the heel.
lovely.
Nice.
Oh, that's very nice.
Nice.
Aha, I got you.
That's-
It was a silly idea and then I made it into a good
You
idea.
did. You really did.
That's
I
a
will
gun
say-
fingers idea.
That just happens. It's smash all over, broken glass all over the floor, in the rapidly warming room with, lit by the blue light of the sci-fi lighting, but also the yellow flame of Peter's waxy moustache. Peter, I will let you get a sort of first go at the two French hench people.
Hench Frenchman.
Because there are two of them, so you can.
For a henchman.
I haven't written combat mechanics for this, but now combat is happening. So yes.
So
do it.
Peter's going to kind of drop down, whack one behind the back of the knees, transfer the moustache baton to the other hand, and whack the other behind the knee to try and bring them down. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just
I
inventing a
assume I have
system.
to roll for that.
Yeah, I'm inventing a system in my head
I really appreciate
Right
that.
now.
Thank you.
for this.
I think it does depend on the quality of your knee-based puns as well.
Oh yes, that's true.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
for example, you're being very needy, guys.
Oh, you've just gone in with the obvious one and left nothing
Yeah.
left.
Oh,
for him.
thanks, buddy.
I'm sure there's plenty of other ones that I haven't thought about.
wow.
We'll all pause now while we all
Patella
think of
très
knee-
difficile.
Okay. You
What
go
was the
for them.
first word?
Look,
I just said
Patella.
Patella très
The
difficile. So it's a French pun, no
I don't
less.
speak. Didn't get the French part
Is
of
that
the pun.
is that the word
but-
for knee in French?
Kneecap.
No, the word for knee is patella. So the patella is the
Oh,
kneecap,
right.
and patella très difficile is it is
Fucking
very
hell.
difficult.
Yeah, all right, I got you.
So
Just
patella
trying
très
to be
difficile.
French.
I was just trying to come up with something that said
Yeah.
joint in somewhere, and I
Look.
guess it wasn't working. So
Good.
Look, I don't know much, but French puns. Give me this, please.
give him advantage, Harmony.
Roll. I'm gonna say you have double the roll 2d6. They will only
2d6.
get 1d6 each, so it kind of evens out, but still.
6,
Can you tell me what it was on each die?
4, and 2.
Okay, I'm gonna say you hit automatically. You do 4 points of damage to one and 2 points of damage to the other. This is my new system that I've just made up.
I love it. I'm here for it.
It's so
So the
And-
first one, which is like a crack behind the knee, and then the up and flip. The second one is the 4 points, and it's
4 points of knee
So-
damage.
yeah. The first one is the 4 points. The second one is the 2 points. It's like I didn't quite. It was more the calf, and no, it doesn't work.
Lovely. I'm gonna say they each have 7 hit points. I'll say you can have 8, but both of them are gonna,
Thank
gonna
you.
go for you right
I
now.
think that's good.
It's not great because you're about to get 2d6 worth of damage.
Oh fuck!
So it's not actually that great because each
You
of
meant to
them.
kill him.
I mean, if I die, know only this of me, that there is some corner of the Science Museum that is forever Peter Schnitzel.
Whoever the heck you are. Yeah.
Yeah,
We
we'll
should
we'll bang him in the lunar module.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
My
We should
dead
do an
body
RPG
found in the lunar
Science
module.
Museum meetup after this.
Someone tell Sam I love her.
Oh no, you're gonna stand up, Sam. Oh no.
Yeah.
It's gonna
Now
be
you
left
feel
at Dan's
bad, don't
dog's
you?
birthday party and be really upset
Look,
about
Dan's
it.
dog's birthday party is a fucking institution,
I'm
and
really
no one
sad
knows
about Sam.
otherwise.
No, it's okay. We can. He's not going to die. Charmy, right?
That was a 5 and a 1 on the dice.
Fine.
So
Is that
you
good? I don't know
Not
anymore.
dead.
That's
You've got 2 hit points
You've got
left.
2 hit
I've got 2
hit
points left. Bring it.
They can't fail next time. Is the point of that? So one of them, the one who you put in the lunar module, whatever it was, Apollo 10 pod,
Eugene.
is just Eugene, absolutely mad, furious, like out for revenge. That great. I want to say like slices you like across the face, so it's like a mustache of blood. Sorry.
Just across the mustache. It's like,
Yeah. slices-
We were all
Uh,
having nice, fun times.
I know.
Charmy.
Sorry. I know. I
You just
this,
got Poirot.
This was clean
You
fun
got
up until pairing knives got involved.
I was like, what?
Oh, it would be a really clean cut as well. It would do that like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm not happy with
There
myself.
No, this is great.
No, it's
No,
great.
this is
Charmy,
good.
it's great. Charmy, it's great.
Sharmini, you're doing good work. Never doubt yourself.
Because okay,
other
so
one-
there is a thing. Sorry, I keep jumping in with
Is it
science
science
stuff.
facts?
It's very
This is-
unlike
yeah,
me.
we haven't
Oh
done
no!
I never do this
RP
normally.
Geeks doing science stuff.
Normally,
What the
I'm
fuck?
not the one doing it, but there is a thing apparently where, like, with surgery, supposedly, if you do a clean cut, it's harder for it to heal than if you do like a slightly jaggedy
jagged.
one to make the
can't.
skin. So that it's actually better to. They do a little cut sometimes and then rip a little bit so it joins together better. So pairing knives, it won't heal as well. So that's bad for you.
See, part of me
Never
thinks
gonna grow a
that's down
moustache
to
ever again.
I don't know how
fibrin.
true that is. That might be a.
Like that
that's for
might
me.
be spurious, but part of me is like that might be down to fibrin reacting to
God,
torn
fibrin.
cells more than cut cells. Like
As in the
because if
immune,
it's-
the healing
yeah,
response is like
the healing
this
response
is
is-
terrible.
yeah, like it might be more like it's a thing where we're worried about it more because fibrin is known it's known to be anxious. Is fibrin.
Aw,
relate to fibrin.
that's so sad. The other one
Part
is
of me is like, part of me is like, shit. Am I a scientist now?
I think you are. Like
Am I?
lots
Did
of
I
non-Newtonian
Honestly,
fluid, like-
am I a
me
scientist?
and Charmy
Shit.
said since like the boys taking their
Yeah.
break, we were like,
We won't do
science
any
doesn't matter.
science.
We're just going to play fun games and not worry about it. And this is potentially the
I
most
will
sciencey episode we've ever had.
shout out.
This is really sciencey.
Brief shout out to my partner. I was like, and then I think I'll have like French restaurant associations. I'm not quite sure what they're going to be heisting. And both the mayonnaise and the something about emulsions and from the science museum were all his idea. He was like, it's science. And I'm like,
Thank you, Chris. We
it
love
has
you.
to be sciencey, but now it's sciencey. So
Now
yeah.
it's sciencey. It's
Yeah.
a whole thing.
And I'm going to tell him how very sciencey it got.
Like, okay, look,
Some would say
RP Geeks
too
fans,
sciencey.
look, we're very sciencey. Like, they're very sciencey, but also including me, this is so
Oh,
sciencey.
you're sciencey too.
John can do
is-
science too.
John, do some science.
John,
I
what's your
love
favourite
you.
science
You
fact?
need to do some science.
I was just about to say, I'm realizing playing this that I'm not a science nerd. Because you're saying these things and it's so cool and interesting, but I have absolutely nothing to
so
contribute
cool.
other than,
I'm also
wow, that's
really sorry
amazing.
that I didn't warn you that it would be sciencey because it wasn't going to. It genuinely wasn't going to be.
This
This was
never
not planned
Really sorry
science.
for like dropping
I'm
you in a science
basically-
stream. Right
I'm
now.
basically like that thing you said before where science appears like magic. I'm at the point where I'm
Yeah.
like, this actually sounds like magic because I'm that ill-versed in science, which is delightful because it means it gets to feel like actual magic as you explain these things that I didn't realise were real. So I
John,
can be the
you're a
audience
wonder.
cipher.
Yeah, you exactly.
Perfect. We need that.
Look,
need that.
okay. Every science thing needs someone where they're like, what does that mean? Like,
Exactly.
you are an
what
important
we need.
person, John. Let no one say
Person,
otherwise.
No, I'm very happy to be the it just sounded like you did that intentionally and showed the cats.
Yeah, no.
shows your hat.
Look. Okay, so I'm wearing the spookiest
Oh,
like cat base.
Are those cat ghosts?
Those are cat
Pumpkin.
ghosts.
They
Yes.
don't have
Pumpkin.
hair like Casper.
So those Are those dead?
Yeah, no. This is
Hairless
very
dead
much the
cats.
spookiest October-based T-shirt I own.
Thank you.
This is going out
Also-
on October 23rd as well, so it is
Oh,
really like
nearly
Halloween,
yeah.
season.
Hells
everyone.
yeah.
Also,
Um,
we were talking
well-
about Casper before. Do you know that in some versions Casper has feet?
No, why? He's a ghost. He
It's
can't have
really
feet.
upsetting.
versions,
Like the
like,
What
early
do you mean?
version
If I
of him,
Google Casper feet, will it come up?
I mean, I wouldn't.
No,
It'll probably
I'm doing
ruin
it.
your
It's
Google
too
I'm going to
late.
say now, look, Emily,
Oh, there's a weird
Don't-
picture
don't
of a
Google-
You're
dragon.
using
Don't-
NordVPN.
do not Google Casper feet.
No, I'm going to send a
That's
picture
going to
the
end
He's
WhatsApp
so
group.
badly because
in
the
the- I think
internet is a
Yes.
nightmare.
No, it's okay.
I think in the early versions of
Casper
the
with
cartoon,
feet. There
it was
you
like
go.
a comic strip, and he's got like little
He's
just
got no
legs,
feet. Yeah.
as opposed to the like ghost tail that we're used to.
Yeah.
It's really upsetting because
Oh,
it makes him seem
no,
like
no,
more of
no.
a dead child.
There's-
No,
I'm
no,
not-
no.
This has also come up. That I'm just also going to send.
I'm not gonna
No.
click on the DeviantArt link.
Nah, go
Oh,
on.
no, no,
Big
no, no, no!
cartoon
Don't do
feet.
that.
It's
Don't
dragon.
do
Can you
that.
pop some
Oh, but
findings
I've,
in the
I've
zoo?
just
Dragon.
I've just screenshotted the dragon from
Have
DeviantArt.
you?
I just haven't clicked on the
Okay.
link. So
Oh
Yeah.
hang on, I
no!
can
Zoo.
put this. Hang on, I'm going to put this really
Look,
quickly.
Not
in
gonna
the-
lie,
In the
this is
That's all
this
right,
is
it's
very
copyright, though. Can
clearly
you do
a
that?
sex thing.
No.
Like I don't
It's
want that.
DeviantArt.
It's
like,
DeviantArt,
one-
so we
one
can
that makes
assume
certain
it's probably a
assumptions.
sex thing.
It's
Yeah.
probably
But,
a sex
support that.
thing.
Can you put it in the Zoom, Emily?
I can.
I'd like
I'm.
to see this.
Oh, yes. Just one sec.
You can send
Oh,
it to
actually,
me privately if the other two don't want to see it.
Well, it's on the WhatsApp group. If you go on the
Oh,
WhatsApp
great.
group, I will.
Oh,
What I'm going to
currently
do
on-
now is
I'm
actually.
on aeroplane mode, but
The
I'm
artists
so
might be
glad-
upsetting
I'm just
me,
going to put the feet
show
on
their
the
art,
stream
it's
so
no
that everyone
worry.
at home can also see this. Just
No.
No, because they
No
need to.
one-
Here you go, everyone.
Apologies to the
Here it
artists.
is.
I hope this is
Oh,
okay. We
no.
support your art.
This is it.
We think it's great. Everyone go
Look,
support this
it's got
artist.
images may be supported. It's by John Robert
This is
Hall
for
on DeviantArt.
science.
Casper's
Oh, that's
dragon
fine.
feet.
The dragon
it's
thing
just
is
he's got
fine.
big feet.
Okay, the dragon thing's fine, but also like I just part of me is like this is probably a
Show
sex
them.
thing, right?
Oh, it's definitely a sex
Yeah,
thing.
but you know,
that's
there's nothing
fine.
wrong with feet sex things.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have to be a
Not
sex
my
thing.
thing.
Just 'cause
Yeah,
it's
we're not gonna get
designed
kicked off
to-
on
Look,
Twitch
it
for the
doesn't
dragon
have to.
feet.
It's probably
Only if you
a
get your
sex
feet
thing,
out.
though.
Just look at little Casper.
we get our
Oh, it's all
feet out, will
blurred.
we get-
It's all
I'm pretty
blurred.
sure feet
Because
aren't
of my
allowed.
Look,
filter.
Zoom
Oh no, I've got it. I've got it on
knows,
this. I put it on the
Zoom
stream.
knows.
Here's Casper with feet.
If we got our feet out, do you think Twitch would be like,
Yes.
Oh no! Weirdly
Yeah,
enough,
do feet, right?
okay, I like peek behind the veil here. I had a show. I broadcast a show, a full like I streamed a YouTube show years ago, right at the beginning of pandemic, and it was like cut off midway through because someone showed the soles of their feet.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, like
Twitch
YouTube just
hates-
shut it
oh,
down
YouTube.
immediately.
But that's not
And-
inherently sexy, right? Unless you're
Yeah,
into
no,
that.
it was not
Like,
in,
it's just
in
like-
any
kind
way,
of-
not in
it's-
any way based in sexuality
But
or
isn't
like,
it an
like
interesting
nothing at all.
thing? Because
Isn't it all
like it's a
arbitrary?
part of the
Isn't it
body that you
all
would see if you were
cultural?
on the beach
Yeah.
with people in swimming costumes. And I think that's generally a lot of sites are like, look, if it's something you wouldn't see if someone was wearing a swimming costume or like a bikini or something they would wear on the beach,
if
you
you're
can't
wearing
do it.
like a bikini thong and just waving your bum at camera,
Yeah.
that would be fine.
I think in some places it would be if you're not showing any, genitalia area.
The definition of
And it's
sexual
like why
it's
male
really
nipples are
weird.
fine but female
yeah,
nipples
exactly.
aren't.
It's
Yeah.
And,
Okay, okay.
So you can
weird
cover
thing.
female nipples with pictures of male nipples, and people are like, I don't know why you're mad.
Yeah.
On
Didn't they do an
Twitch.
Instagram account where they
Yeah, I
did
think
that?
so. Yeah, I
They
think
kept
I remember
uploading
that.
pictures and being like, "Are they male or female? Are you going to ban us or not?" It was great.
I did a Twitch panto years ago, which
That was good. Did I see it?
You
Yeah,
did
it was
see
good.
it. I remember you
That
commenting
was
on it.
good. Did I see it?
I'm glad you did it in that
Multiple
order,
Twitch
but
pantos, I don't
I
know.
played the character Nipples, and
Perfect.
there was a whole thing where we were like, "Can I be seen on Twitch?" And it was agreed that yes, I could because I was male Nipples.
Yes.
Yeah,
Identified
it's-
he, him, so you were fine.
exactly. It was fine. I could
Very
I could be
good.
seen. But yeah.
I'm bringing it
All
back.
right.
We've got
Yeah,
so
so
back
glad.
there. That was-
Yes.
Like,
Look,
even
not gonna lie,
these
this is
levels.
this is exactly the kind of segue that I love as a player because
You've
I-
got
I-
stabbed, Rhys.
I
You
got
got- you
stabbed.
got
fully
I got
sliced
stabbed
open.
by a paring
That's
knife,
how
but
this
by God,
started.
it was
got
worth
stabbed.
it.
What's
It
your
was
What's your
worth
character's
it.
name other than Porter?
Peter.
Peter. They're going to call that a Peter smile now, getting sliced across the top of the
Oh
lip.
yeah, Peter smile.
I have got a little scar there.
Yeah, there we go.
I'm like,
Really?
oh. Yeah, I got dropped on my face at the Ministry of Sound by my friend. Okay, sorry. I'm so sorry, Charlie. Can I just tell the story
look,
really
I
quickly?
need to hear this.
Everyone was a little bit. It was Freshers Week, and he picked me up, and he was doing. All the boys were doing a thing. It was very stupid and freshery, where they were putting all the girls outside in the rain, and they were like picking us up and putting us out there because hilarious, right?
Oh, so fun and cool of them.
So fun and cool. And he picked me up, and he went to put me in like a fireman's carry. I didn't want to be in a fireman's carry, so I stayed up standing. So he just was holding, like, my legs were here and my head was really high. He was drunk. Someone bumped into him, and he basically suplexed me onto the floor. And I had to have like butterfly stitches on my lip in Freshers Week. It was real bad, but
Oh no.
it was fine. I'm okay. Kind of.
I know, but that's still really upsetting.
He was very nice. I actually really like him as a person. He's lovely.
He sounds great.
Shout out to Nisha if you're watching. But yeah.
Hey Nisha,
Yeah.
don't pick people if they don't want to be picked up. Just
Oh,
like,
no,
as a thing.
Happens in Freshers.
I was probably flirting with him as well. I think it was.
Oh, you were asking to be picked
Emma,
up.
I was
you
asking to be
flirt.
smashed in the face.
Not flirting does not tend to require a hospital visit, but
Oh,
like
boy.
It wasn't technically hospital. It was the Ministry of Sound First Aid tent.
Better than any.
on the
hospital.
one hand,
no.
I'm really glad they had that.
It was quite big from what I remember. Anyway. Oh, sharp. Okay, go back
Spacious.
into the story. Go back into
Right,
the story.
so-
Go back into the story.
I'm
Person
not
number
gonna lie.
one,
I'm
with the
completely
caravan.
lost in the idea that the Ministry of Sound First Aid tent was spacious. But
There were a lot of
sorry,
people
I'll
in
come
it.
back to this.
Second person with
Pin
their
in that.
throwing knife. They only do 1 point of damage. They're like they're not as into it because they didn't get shoved in a capsule. They're like, I will get you so good, and they kind of do a really obvious stab, and it just sort of nicks your shoulder a little bit, and it's unimpressive. But also, you only have 2 hit points left, and you know that if both of them attack you again, you will go unconscious,
Okay.
be very badly injured. However, this is going to work when I make it up. Meanwhile, glass all over the floor. Jean Fromage, Rosé, you stand, and you see, this little cup there on the velvet cushion in front of you, and it looks kind of like transparent hair gel. Like it very much looks like someone's just got a blob of gel and put it in this little
I feel like you just wouldn't want to eat it, would you? You'd look at it and be like, oh.
What meal would be good enough to justify it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Chips.
Yeah, thrice cooked chips.
You're gonna look like
Christ.
you're dipping your chips in like hair gel, and
Yeah.
like you
Wet
imagine a
look
chip
hair
with
gel,
like
no
with like a
less.
soggy,
Yeah.
like oh. Anyway,
It's like I maintain wet look hair gel is the closest that we're going to get to this in terms of reality.
Gross.
I've got aloe vera like moisturizer, which like aloe
Oh,
vera
shit,
stuff, and I feel
that'd
like
do
it's
it.
kind of that.
Yeah, no, I'd go
Yeah.
with that. I'd go with that.
your chips. What would you like to do?
Have you got this?
Yeah, this is a little more challenging than I was expecting. Is there an assist mechanic in your made up system, Charmony?
No,
I'm not
Rosé has
trying
smashed
to
the glass.
assist.
Rosé is standing there looking at you, and the mayonnaise is there to be grabbed. I would
Oh,
say.
sorry, I thought I had to roll again to open it.
No, she smashed the glass, so she has opened it.
Oh,
for
sorry,
She
of course you
has
did. You did
assisted you.
the stiletto thing.
It was a while ago because some other conversations happened. in the
Yeah.
meantime.
Time slowed down as
Let's
we all
not
thought
dwell
about.
on the. Let's not dwell on the past, Charmony.
Well,
Let's
who
look
said
to
what?
the future.
And
Okay.
Minister of Sound.
So I'll turn to Jean Fromage and say, "You got this," and then I will turn around and I will do like a sweeping leg kick and try and take out the two Favre people.
Ooh, okay. Jean Fromage, as she says, have you got this? And she's turning around. What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna snaffle up that
Okay.
mayo.
You grab the mayo. Rosé, roll for leg kicks. Roll 2d6. A +2.
+2
Yeah, it's
makes it a
acrobatics,
12.
isn't it? 12.
Whoa.
Okay, nice. I will say that with a 12, you get both of them. Yeah,
I'll stand up and go, "You weren't meant to hurt anyone," and look
both
at
of them
Peter.
down. Okay, Peter.
It's like Peter just like
leaning the
jumps
statue.
over the leg sweep and be like, sweeping. Interesting. Good choice. And we'll like elbow one, swipe the other, He's looking really bad. There's a lot of blood.
Yes, you should move.
I should. And yet here we go.
Do that. Oh gosh.
Elbow one, hit the
Yeah.
other.
I'm going to say you can do that, and I'm going to say they've been swept to the floor, so they're sort of out of it. They're on the floor.
Ooh, 7.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you can do that with given that they're already down.
Sram. So is this a truce for the moment, or is this and this is blood gushing down? Is this a truce for the moment? Or are
Do you need a doctor?
Probably.
Yes. Jean, have you got it?
Right
Turn
here, my
around,
friend.
And Jean is holding the mayonnaise, and at this point, you hear a shout. In fact, multiple shouts, multiple voices from outside the doors of the bunker. The doors of the bunker open, and you see all these people stepping in from all 4 directions. Multiple people, multiple men, women, non-binary people, and they are wielding
The burger van.
hot oil in chip things. They're wielding oil and frying implements, whatever they do make in the ven, in the burgers of the ven, and they all yell ketchup and storm in.
It's mayonnaise.
No, mate. It's ketchup. And he'll rip off his next level of moustache.
Yes. I'm so
He'll
happy.
rip off the smaller moustache. All of a sudden he's like, no, mate. It's ketchup. Yes, right. It's the burger ven's time. And we'll run and try and swipe the knee of Jean Fromage.
Is there
Right.
anything-
Well, as
PvP.
As you do that.
PvP.
before you do that, John holds one finger up, and he doesn't take off a moustache, but he does put on a top hat. This has got a nice little bow on it, but imagine a fancy top hat. And he goes, "Now stop there, my friend. For you see, you and I are rather on the same side.
Just a moment.
I am not Jean Fromage. I'm John Fromage, and I'm here with the burger van."
John Fromage of the burger ven.
And he holds his hand up,
What?
and he goes to like clasp your hand in a brotherly embrace.
What's happened? How has this happened? Did you plan this? You bastard?
He puts on a top hat and he says,
I'm going to take the blur of my
Mate.
video.
mate, I didn't realise. Clasps
And
hands.
the clasp hands in a Charmony's got one as well.
What's happening?
Where's your one, Emily?
What? I didn't get told to bring a top hat.
No, you
Yes, I
didn't
may
get
be
told
brought
to
up
bring
on
a
the
top
mean
hat.
streets
You know why? You're not part of the burger ven.
I may be brought up on the mean streets
so
of Paris,
sorry,
but
I didn't-
it's
But
I truly learned the meaning of egalite from our burger van brethren, and so I'm sorry I pretended to be on the French side in order to gain access to the mayonnaise. But really, we need to share this with the people, and there's only one group of people that I want to share it with, and it's those
Mate.
Ven in this room.
I'm so glad we're here together. We're doing this
Yeah,
together.
sorry about the the subterfuge, old boy. You know how it goes.
Mate, subterfuge is what it's all about. But this is the way. We're going to make it together, as is our way.
Right.
So,
Ketchup!
ketchup!
It's mayonnaise.
Hey.
As they yell ketchup, you say it's mayonnaise. You are right next to the little pipey, coming up from the floor, plinth pipe going off into the ceiling vents, in this sort of cylindrical sub area. As you are saying this, suddenly doors come down on each of the 4 sides around you, just in this small cylinder. All of the burger ven are outside. The 2 unconscious hench people are outside, and the 3 of you are suddenly alone with the mayonnaise and the smashed glass inside this small metallic tube.
Mate, I think we've got an issue here.
I think you should put it back.
Nah, mate. I think we
Or
should
what?
keep it for the people.
This mayonnaise belongs to science. It
This
belongs
mayonnaise.
in the science museum.
This mayonnaise belongs in a museum, but not in this. No, okay, right. Okay, in the
So you're
specific
proposing putting
context-
it in a different museum?
I'd say more like in a museum that requires other people's like kind of overt consent in order to
Like the Museum
Like,
of Life, you know?
museum alive. Thank you, John.
The
I appreciate that. I appreciate you. But yes, ideally, thank you, John. Anyway, no, ideally, we're going to give it to the people.
I don't think you've got much choice anymore.
And as Rose says that,
Oh, I'm so sorry. It's Rose.
Oh no, what a twist!
What? A twist at this particular
I couldn't be
juncture?
called Rose. I can't even do a French accent. That would be ridiculous.
Truly, I am flabbergasted. To
Anything
be
else you'd
honest,
like
it was
to-
sheer luck I had a top hat at this point.
Is there anything else you would like to reveal at this point, Rose?
Hang on. Wait.
Oh.
Yes.
If you
I'll just
bring out
pull
a top
out-
hat,
Oh!
I do have roses in.
should have known.
I'll put a rose in my hair. No, it's too big. I can't really do that with this. It's spiky. I'll just
All
hold
right,
it.
Rose, who are you working for?
I work here.
Oh, god damn it!
You work for the Science Museum.
I work for the Science Museum.
You work for the Science Museum.
You work for
Well,
the
luckily-
Science Museum.
I did work for the Science Museum, but I actually work for the cheesy chip shop out the front.
Oh, they're very good chips.
They are.
Well, I work
Very
at the
good.
Maths Museum, and according to my maths, it's 2 versus 1, so you're going down, Rose.
Yeah,
Let's
you're
see,
going down,
shall
Rose.
we?
Oh, we'll see.
Crack my knuckles.
I'll
you
crack
are
my
quite good
knuckles
at
and my
physical-
shoulders.
You are quite good at physical altercation, and my friend here's nearly dead, so this might.
I
be
am
tricky.
very nearly dead.
Oh dear, haven't thought this through.
At this point, I shall interrupt the imminent violence. A voice echoes throughout the little space, and you see there are like little speakers and little screens descend as well. There are little screens.
Who installed these?
I did.
Ah, shit.
And
Yes,
this
I
I
have-
mean, well done. Like
Thank you.
that's actually very
Yes,
complicated.
the
to
manuals were actually quite simple to follow, really.
do. Really, I am
Some
surprised,
good
but that's
YouTube
actually
tutorials
that's
these days.
They really are.
No, see, this is the thing. YouTube tutorials, I get very upset with the adverts.
Yes,
that's fair.
that's what you need. You need a good ad blocker. Did you know NordVPN?
Does NordVPN do ad blockers?
You can get 10% off NordVPN with
Use
the
the
code
code
HOTMAYO.
Nano Mayo.
No, Mayo. Please, John.
Sorry,
Sorry.
yeah.
Hotmail's a
Sorry
different
about
program.
I mean, John and John.
that. I'm Peter Cutlet. That's who I am.
the digital like computerized AI voice, it's all very Science Museum tech, interrupts and says, "There will be no need for violence. This has all been a trap for you. Rose, would you like to explain what will happen?"
Oh, yes. I know exactly what's going to happen next. I'm been fully informed, in fact. What will happen now is using the IMAX screen of the Science Museum, which are in fact these walls, and then all the projections will come on the Science Museum. You will be put into a hypnotic trance by strange patterns and such, and she will put sunglasses back on, and you will willingly put the mayonnaise back, forget any of this ever happened. In fact, you will forget you ever met Dr. C's.
I should have known.
As you say this, Rose, the computerized voice says, "Thank you, Rose. Well, that's not quite accurate."
Oh, I should have seen this coming.
And-
So many
and the
betrayals!
face of Dr. C's appears on the screen.
Shit.
Ah, there's been a slight change of plan, you see. This was indeed a trap set for you all by the Science Museum and by me and by the Burger Ven and also by Favre, the French and very fancy restaurant association. Favre, I can never quite get it. The French and very fancy restaurant association. For you see, we are fed up of your double-crossing, triple backstabbing. No one knows who you work for. It's too confusing.
I'm kind of liking the Burger Van at the moment, I have to say.
You see?
Yeah, not gonna lie. I mean, Burger Ven at the moment, they're the ones who I'm all right with.
Yeah, they seem the nicest, really.
Thank
They're
you.
not
Rose,
all
I
right.
appreciate the time that you spent with
I reckon
us.
I could be like Rose, you know?
Oh, no,
It's-
that's
it's
good.
still
I like
Rose,
that.
but it's-
Yeah.
I like that.
Yes.
Yeah, Rose, it's a nice one. Yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, we can go with that.
We have
Sorry,
no
yeah, no,
space
carry on.
Sorry,
carry
carry
on,
on.
in the
Dr. Se-
world
Carry on,
of
Dr. Seuss.
gastronomical espionage for your kind of tomfoolery and unreliability. So what is actually going to happen is that the assembled forces of the Burger Ven Science Museum and Favre are going to hypnotize you and wipe your minds of ever being spies.
You know
Now,
what?
hold
I've
on.
got one question for you, Dr. C's.
Yes. No, damn it. No. Okay, one.
Yeah, all
Yeah,
right.
we're done.
Okay, I got
No,
one more
I said
question
one
for
more.
you.
Yeah, you tricked me into it.
Have you checked your pockets?
Do you hear
What?
the drums, Fernando?
She checks her pockets. You can't see that, but she does.
And there is in Dr. C's pockets, there is a small kind of like mobile transmitter that is linked up to the sunglasses that Rose is wearing.
No.
What does that do?
What's it doing, Potter?
I mean,
we're allowed to do this.
if there is a
Apparently so,
mobile,
it's doing
if
it.
there is some sort of hypnotic thing that is going to be played that Rose has to see, then Dr. C's is going to see it as well. And I recognize that I've said the word see a lot, so I'm going to have to
C's,
narrow
if
it
C
down a
sees.
bit. See, like Dr. C's is going to see what Rose sees.
Jean Fromage.
I would like to put on my goggles in the vain
Yeah.
hope that they
Yeah.
block any of the hypnotic rays, and I'm
Yeah.
also gonna rip an absolutely huge puff of my vape cigarette and hope that some of the smoke obfuscates the
Starts to.
Nice.
the rays, hypnotic rays, which I don't understand the science of, but I assume you do.
Well, so
Oh, yeah.
they were described as hypnotic projections of hypnotic patterns. So as the patterns
Swirly.
start
It's swirly,
to be
it's swirly.
hypnotized, the smoke fills the room, and you realize that you can barely see the hypnotic patterns. And Dr. C's curses foiled, Burger Ven, Favre, get them! And the doors around your cylinder start to very slowly rise up, and you can see like the bottom of all the assembled hordes' feet surrounding where you are. What would you like to do?
Right.
We've
we've
got
got
a
an-
tight spot here, team.
Yeah,
We're going to have to work together.
I think that's the only way. Do you think this
So-
mayonnaise is actually worth anything? Because if we just smash it, are they going to be sad? If we throw it,
Oh.
are they going to run after it? Or do we think it's just a trap?
Oh, sorry, that's just hair gel. There is no such thing as...
Oh
In
shit,
which
it's fucking
case-
wet.
Oh,
Look,
God.
hair gel.
I'll grab a thing of it and
No.
like slick my hair back and be like, now it won't be in my way. And
You look
crack
like
my
a teen
knuckles
from
again.
2008.
Yeah,
Yes, I do.
yeah. I part my hair into some curtains.
Yes,
That's great.
perfect. You two.
Backstreet's
Peter
back,
Paul.
all right.
Do the tips. Do the tips.
Yeah,
Do
yeah.
the tips.
So are we to understand all the Burger Ven and Favre people have been hypnotized? Is that why they're...
No, they're all
against
us.
This is just-
gonna try. They're gonna come and get you. Yeah.
Wait, so this
Everyone
goes all the way
hates
to the
us.
top?
This
Yeah.
goes all the way to the top. They all banded together to get rid of specifically you three.
Fucking hell.
Because they were annoying. Yeah,
We
sorry.
keep
The whole
double-crossing
thing.
everyone.
Just for you three. Yeah.
I'm
They're
going to
so
use.
special. I feel
Okay.
so special.
I'm gonna take what my mustache baton and wedge it into the doors
To stop them going up.
to stop them going up. So I'm gonna like find one door and wedge it into it to stop it going up. And I'm gonna try and aim for doors on that one.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah, bring
I'm,
it.
no, I'm just gonna say you can just do it at this point. I think I
Okay,
want
okay.
I just want to get like the creative ideas for like what's happening and how you're getting at this. You've got 2 mustache buttons because you have 2 sides of your mustache, right?
Yeah.
So
Yep.
you can wedge
Bam,
2
bam.
doors. Yeah.
2 doors are wedged.
I'm going to
There's another
take
2 slowly rising. Yeah.
my rose and rip. I'm not going to do it to this one. And rip the leaves and the petals off, so it's just like this thorny whip,
Ooh,
and start like attacking the burger then, like just sweeping around their legs and trying to like wrap their ankles.
You come down and you're like and they're all like dancing back as their like ankles are getting whipped by thorns. Jean.
So you two know this building. We've both worked here, right? I can't keep track. Have you worked here or not?
No, I have.
In real life
I have
and the
actually
game,
worked
yes,
here.
yes.
Like,
I'm
long
mainly
story short,
interested in
I've
the
worked
game
here.
for now. So any this is while all this like chaos is going on, and you're like wedging doors and you're attacking people with the rose. Is there any escape route from this impenetrable bunker that you know of? Any air vents on the map, on the blueprint? Anything at all? I'll take anything at this point.
Well, I knew it as a place specifically designed to trap you in, so no.
Yeah, no. All I knew was that Dan's thing was happening today, and it was actually Dan's dog's thing was happening today.
Are you
and
and Sam going to be a thing? Because I really thought there was a spark there.
no, I mean, I don't want to lie to it. I don't want to lie to it. It's the whole thing. Like, I mean, it'd be really nice. It'd be nice to meet
Yeah,
up
you
with
had
her,
a
but
real-
like, I don't
real
see what
connection.
happened.
It did feel like a real
I
thing.
did
you
feel
know?
like a real connection,
I
like
felt like I
because
was
I've seen her
intruding.
around,
Yeah.
but I don't want to like end game it. I don't want to like plan.
Sure, yeah, just day by day
thinking,
kind of
you
thing.
know, exactly,
Yeah.
like day by day, you know, like
Okay.
drops of water, wear the stone away, you know how it happens. Main thing, I have no idea what's going to happen at this point forward, because I had gotten to taking the invisible, the
Translucent.
translucent.
There's
thank you.
hair gel. We can just call it hair gel now. I
That
guess.
hair gel. I mean, yeah. Now I feel like there is literally egg on my face, but like tiny nano egg on my
I
face.
don't think that's a real thing, so I think you don't even have to say that now.
Well, now I just feel fucking
It's
stupid.
just hair
don't
gel
I?
on your face.
It's just hair gel on my face. So yeah. No, I feel like I've got hair gel on my face, saying, well, yeah, no. I feel like I'm a bit out of my depth, really.
Right.
Anyway.
While all this
While
is
all
going
this is
on, I'm just
happening-
like punching and hitting
Yeah.
people constantly.
Yeah, just every now and then, just
happening.
whacking and
Whip.
Yeah, the doors are
Is-
slowly rising.
Is there
Yeah.
any way I can slip through unnoticed with my amazing stealth abilities?
You do have amazing stealth. They're very physically surrounding. I'm going to say you have stealth. You also have gadgets. Is
Ooh.
there anything like, if you can think of something that would help not just them not see you, but like get past them without them feeling you? Or...
I have a little it's a little plastic cube that when thrown on the floor it creates a holographic projection of me. So I'm going to wait for one of the few doors that hasn't been wedged to open, and as they rush in, I'm going to throw the cube so that it appears to be that I'm standing forward and to the right of the door, so they all go rushing in and they all fall onto this projection, which obviously can't support them. Then I would like to slip through the slowly rising door in the smoke and the chaos and the confusion.
Okay, I'm going to say, a couple of people come in, they see your holographic projection. You don't have to roll for that. That's your gadget. They kind of pounce at it, go flying through, and you slip out. So roll sneaking for me for this sneakily leaving situation.
That is an 8. I assume I get my +2?
Yeah, with your +2.
Then it is an 8.
We love those +2s.
Yeah.
You are out in the mix. Everyone is still focused, inwards. You're through the crowd.
Okay. I would like to gesture inside, saying, those terrible bandits are still in there, but I need a breather. You go get them, fellas. In a vaguely some kind of accent. What I'd like to do is get to the outside of the circle. I assume there's lots of people kind of kicking and
So
screaming.
you're outside at the outside of the crowd. Everyone's like, oh yeah. Take a break.
Okay.
Take a break. Yeah.
And so Jean starts to walk down the corridor, like Kaiser Sozeing away.
Yeah.
And then he turns
he turns back and he sees through the open door his former colleagues fighting.
Have you
And he
seen
looks
John?
down.
He looks like he's gone again.
No, mate. He's. I mean, I'm sure
probably
he's here.
stealthy
He's been here the
fighting
entire.
somewhere,
Like
yes.
every time I've been like, no, John's not here. He is. He is.
We're all on
But
the
so I
same team
assume
now,
he is.
so yes.
Yeah. No, I am. I assume, given previous evidence,
He's
I
around,
assume that John
yes.
is here at this point.
And John looks down at his Burger Ven necklace, big golden burger swinging around his neck, and it's 3 ideals of tastiness, friendliness, and togetherness. And he looks at it, and he closes his eyes. And he tucks it back in, and he makes for the edge of the fray, and he takes two of the people that are trying to get into the fight, and he knocks their heads together, hoping to knock them out. And what I would like to do is to take the uniforms of these 2 people, but I'm going to have to get one for myself first. This may not be possible. What I'd like to do is steal a uniform, dress up as either Burger Ven or the other or Science Museum costumes. Costumes, uniforms. That's what real people call them.
Oh yeah.
Costumes, uniforms.
And then, if I'm asking a lot, but my plan is to then take these 2 spare uniforms under my shirt and try and get back in.
Yeah. Okay.
My goal is going to be to try and give you guys a uniform. It's probably not going to work. We're probably going to go down together, but
okay.
That's my intent.
I like it. Okay. My question is merely how many rolls this is. I don't
So many.
suppose
So
any of
many.
them are particularly
At least 2.
sneaky. At least 2, yeah.
So I think step 1, I'm going to try and knock someone out without being seen. So I think that would
let's say
be
the
a more stealthy.
Step 1 is knocking 2 people's heads together, and you can do it with sneaking. Yeah, sure.
Okay, I do think that would be an intent to not to to do it stealthily rather than aggressively. That is still only a 7 with a +2.
Ooh, okay, we haven't actually had a 7 before. I've written 7 means a partial success or a success with a complication. So I'm gonna say you manage to you manage to knock the 2 people out, but I'm gonna say one of them is really, really big and the other one's really, really small.
Mm-hmm.
And you realize that their clothes are not going to fit anyone.
Okay.
Sit down.
Okay. Now I do have my tailor's shears, and I can
Canonically, you have tailor's shears.
Canonically, I am very good at making clothes to fit, but I also don't want to take the piss because I know this is a high stakes end of the game. I don't want to Deus Ex Machina it. I do feel like it was seeded that I have good tailors.
It was very nice.
Yeah.
You were really good at it as well.
So I feel like that's what I would try and do. Or you know what? I would I do need a way to carry these outfits in. I'm wondering.
That's sneaking though, right? That'll be easy because that's sneaking.
That's true. That's true. Okay. I mean, if I'm allowed to, I would like to very quickly make some tailor alterations to the larger one and use that to
expand out. Okay, you get a flat roll for that.
Okay, sure. That's very decent of you.
Yeah.
That is an 11 though, so it's gone very well.
I just see tailoring. The fight is happening. Everyone's trying to get in. John Fromage is just like, I got my scissors.
Buttons flying, thread.
Just in the back of the crowd, like you have never tailored before. You get these two uniforms ready. You put one of them on. What would you like to do?
So have I got one spare uniform?
You got one spare. One wearing one spare.
Because I do need one for both. Oh, okay. I've got an idea. All right. I don't think I've got time to get another uniform, so I'm going to try and kind of elbow my way through the crowd, pretending to be a very I really want to get a piece of these naughty boys and girls. I'm so annoyed at them. I'm trying to
super convincing. I'm going to say that that's you don't have to roll for that. That's kind of easily enough done.
Okay. All right. Okay. So am I back in?
You can duck under the door and you see Rose and Peter just like fighting for their lives with burning wedges, thorns, just like stilettos, like yeah.
All right.
Rose has gotten to a very like she's slapping a lot now. She's being like, no, oh no, fuck my Rose.
Yeah.
So my plan, Rose, is to try and get you into an outfit, and then what I'd like to do is try and the two of us pretend that we've caught Peter,
Nice, I like
and
it.
we're
Yeah.
trying to drag him out because you're very injured, Peter, and I feel like
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
can't have you fighting for much longer.
Yeah.
And it's in like we've got one of them. Let's get him. That is my plan. I don't know how on earth
Nice.
to enact that.
Okay, if you hold out the uniform, can I
Yes!
dive into the sea of people and land perfectly in the uniform?
Like Wallace
Nice.
getting into his outfit.
That
this
was
morning
very
with the
nice.
trousers.
A
Yeah.
very nice explanation about why you
And I'm
being disguised
acrobatic.
in uniform is not sneaking. It is in fact acrobatic.
Yes, but it
Which
would be
you have a plus 2 to.
Yes,
Yes,
I do.
absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely. You've justified it.
oh no.
Oh no.
With the +2, it's a 5.
Oh no!
Is it that the trousers are on your arms and
upside down.
and the shirt
You're
is on your
upside-
legs?
Shit!
Yeah.
I did a
I love
front
it.
flip and I should have
You're
done
upside,
a back.
you dove into it. Yeah, you're perfectly upside down in the uniform.
I'm doing a
Rose,
handstand.
no. We practiced
in a
this. It's
handstand.
reversed. It's
We didn't
reversed.
practice this ever.
No, we didn't practice it. Of course we didn't. That would be insane. Oh God. Okay.
I'll then just start like, can I duck under the wall backward,
Yeah.
like with my legs in my arms, my
Yeah.
my arms in legs, and
Yeah. While handstanding. Yeah.
and then try and like just run flailing down the corridor in the hope that people chase me and go.
Are you running on
like,
your legs or running on your hands?
My hands,
Your hands.
because it's more fun.
That's like an acrobatics
Your
check to me.
handstand.
Sounds like an acrobatics track to
running.
me.
Oh yeah, sure. Give me an acrobatics check. Yeah.
Yes, it's much better. With +2 is 11.
Yeah, I would say with the 11, you also get what you want of like a bunch of people like
Great.
follow you as well, being like, "Where you going, buddy? Wait, what's happened to your
I'm
head?"
kind of hoping they know I'm Rose.
Yeah. This is them
Oh, I
working
see.
it out. They're like, that
Oh.
person has no head. No, they're not one of us. Ah!
There's just a rose flopping somewhere.
Yeah.
So
And a good chunk of people start chasing after you. Yeah, down the corridor.
Pete Cutlet is gonna take like kind of push back enough space.
Yeah.
And will pull out of his pocket one small kind of circular thing like those kind of like
Like a cutlet.
no like the sauce packets you get in a fast food restaurant or a burger van, and one just has a blue cap and it just says mayonnaise, and on the other hand it just says a red cap and it says capers, and he holds them together and he just goes ta-ta, smashes them together,
Oh, fuck
chucks
yeah.
into the tube and dives out of the way as the explosion like kind of
Great.
We are
like
not
jumps
worthy.
jumps
That-
out of there, kicks away the mustache baton that was keeping that door from opening or closing,
Yeah.
kicks that away, hits whatever button is nearby to shut that, and I
Yeah.
will roll for doors if need be.
Yeah.
And like kind of as the door shuts, you just hear this explosion,
Yeah.
and it just kind of goes into all the other channels around
Apart
that
from where
area.
you were. Roll for doors.
I will roll for doors.
Are you
Oh,
in
that is a 7. That is a 7, including my +2.
Okay, I will say this works perfectly, apart from the fact that John Fromage, who was like coming back to try and get you, you didn't go out the same door. So John Fromage is suddenly like blasted back in a sea of Burger Ven and Science Museum staff. The ones who aren't chasing Rose Spritzer down the road.
So am I outside the bunker? Have I been blown out?
This was just to confirm, Rhys, the inner tube.
Yeah, this was just the inner
doors.
tube.
So the bunker doors aren't closed though, so it's
Yeah,
kind of
no.
irrelevant.
Oh, of course, yeah.
So you can be near the doorway of a bunker.
Okay.
You're kind of in a tangle of people, and you're kind of a bit dazed.
hmm So are you out, Peter?
Yeah, I'm out. I'm out. I've got the doors closed behind me and just like kind of lying back.
I'll say you can
Right,
see Peter on the other side. Yeah, he's the one of the few people not knocked over,
Okay, and I'm on the floor.
and you are knocked over and just like a bit winded.
All right, well, I got it. If Peter's good, I think we get up and we peace out.
Okay.
Yeah,
Doffs the cap.
You
keep on trucking, my man.
and you are also
Keep on food trucking.
Hey!
Yeah.
You are, of course. I was going to say this is a problem, but I forgot you're dressed as a burger ven.
Yeah, I've
so
got
you're
a
just now in the
disguise.
crowd. You can stand up in the crowd, and be part of the crowd and leg it.
If Peter's good, I'm
Yeah.
gonna just like Hitman Agent 47 slowly walk out of there with the right outfit on.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, of course. I'm going to say both of you find yourself heading down the corridor, and in the distance, you hear sort of shouting like, "They got
Rose
our head!"
running on her
And you
hands.
see Rose. Well, what you see, I guess, is
I would like to
shirt
head
sleeves.
towards the my Rose, the Apollo 10 command, the module.
Okay, you go through the corridor, you go up the stairs, you go back out, and you go past the giant glowing earth, and you run into the transport area on your hands with a crowd of people following you, and behind them, Peter and John. What would you like to do once you reached there?
I was kind of hoping they wouldn't be following me so closely.
I
will turn and
They
go.
can't run as fast
I will flip back onto my heels and be like, "Sorry, did you know that this is the actual Apollo 10 command module? Like that was in space." And then peg it on my heels very fast, because I'm very fast out of the building.
Roll a flat roll for distracting them with Apollo 10 facts, which I'll say you can have a +1 because you did it so early.
I don't
in the game.
need it. That's an 11 on the dice.
Hey!
That's a 12 with the facts.
All of the Burger Ven, even the Science Museum staff who literally work here and should know, are like, "Whoa, what? Wow!" And they all start like looking, like trying to read the little explanation, and they all point at the pod.
Eugene Cernan literally sat in there.
And someone's like, "I can still see the handprint on the glass." She must have left. Wow, it's a piece of history. And you
just hear this like, "Yeah, it's a piece of history. Yeah, look at that. It's a piece of history."
And I think as I'm running, I look back and I see them, and I tip the Rose and just charge. Run.
Peter and John, you're fortunately immune to the Apollo 10 facts because you heard them earlier. Otherwise, you two.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No.
We had time to process
I would
how
be
interesting they are.
enthralled at this point.
Believing.
Yeah.
The three of you tumble out of the Science Museum back on to the quiet streets
Exhibition
of South
Road.
Kensington. On Exhibition Road, you come straight out the front.
We could go to the Church of the Latter-day Saints that's right in front of the Science Museum.
Could do, yeah.
About time to reveal we're all Mormons.
Yes, actually.
Look.
Hello.
What's relevant to the character?
Look, I don't know about anyone else, but I fancy some cheesy chips.
Oh, just as long as it's not with mayo.
Nice.
No, that's 30p extra.
Oh, yes, no, I can't afford that right now.
Also, hate to be a Daniel Downer, but we are kind of on the run, so maybe we should,
Oh yes.
Skedaddle
Run first,
before.
chips later.
Maybe get chips not outside the scene of the crime where everyone wants us arrested.
Yeah.
I'm going to put my clothes on the right way round quickly as well.
Good idea. Yeah.
Oliver,
Get
my
redressed.
eye. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
We get the Piccadilly line. We could go Green Park, get the Jubilee, and then.
No, mate. I know a
Very
place in
good.
Aldgate. It will suit us right.
Sounds
We
good.
crossfade into a scene of you all sitting around. Is it? I presume it's a van, so out like on a bench. With like
There
a
is
van
there's a
in
very
background.
specific chip van outside of Aldgate East Station that I'm
Nice.
thinking of, but that's just me.
It's that one. It's that one.
It's that one.
Love it.
I like the one near Waterloo Station.
That is a good one. That is a good one.
Um,
That and Hackney Wick, both of those are very good burger vans.
And as we sort of pull back from this sort of dark nighttime scene of the three of you in your slightly different attire from where we started with, and the merry sounds of laughter as people eat chips and burgers and possibly hot dogs on the streets of Aldgate, are there any final thoughts, words, images you would like?
Now, Rose, have you ever thought of joining a food enterprise that values companionship rather than individualistic?
Are you talking about Bergven? Because they did just try and kill us.
Yeah.
No.
I'm slightly rethinking my allegiances to the Bergven as well, Peter.
I was kind of on the Bergven side for like maybe 5 seconds, and then very quickly they turned too. So.
No, that is a very good point, actually. No,
so
that
maybe
is a
we
very
just
good
become
point.
like our own fast food enterprise.
Like a franchise.
A franchise. I like that idea.
I like the sound of that. Either way, we have to clear our good names. Otherwise, we won't be able to eat for shit in this city.
Exactly.
Quite.
We wouldn't
As
be
they
able to
say.
get a falafel or a wrap anywhere in this city. So, in which case, do we reckon we either leave the double-crossing life behind, or we engage?
Or we double cross so much we go through to the other side.
I think
I
that's
like where
kind
your
of
head's
what's
at,
happened
Peter.
already.
I like that. I think a franchise opportunity, following the concept of that which we can achieve is that which we shall gain.
Crossers Franchise Chicken or KFC.
Maybe
No,
we
Crossers
take
is with a K.
Crosses is with a cat. No, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
maybe we place an order with Dr. C's, if you know what I mean.
Oh.
I'm not entirely sure what you mean.
I think we
No, the
should kill
metaphor
her.
kind of fell apart. I meant, get our revenge.
Kill
which is
her.
Oh,
yeah.
no, I
So
like
what is
that.
it?
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
should we give
I'm
up
all
on the
I've
for
been
it.
through a
thing?
lot. I've
Maybe
No,
food
no,
thing
mate,
isn't
mate.
our thing. Maybe we should just kill the people who tried to hurt us.
Should we just kill Dr. C's?
Let's kill
Should we
Dr.
just call?
C's.
Let's
Let's
just kill
murder
Dr. C's.
KDC. Kill Dr. C's.
Kill Dr.
There we
C.
go.
Say-
We did it.
I'm- I'm so glad that we got together for this.
Yes.
We're all finally on the same page. Also, you should totally go find Sam because I think she really was into you.
No, mate. No, I'm definitely
Oh.
gonna. Like, as soon as we're done here, I'm gonna head off. I no one minds. I'm gonna head back off to South
No,
Kent.
you absolutely
Yeah.
go for it.
As
You had
we-
real chemistry, you two.
It
That
was
was
Like, honestly,
unreal. Like,
I like. It's
I
been
could
a.
see it. Like it
It
was,
was
like a
really
tingle
nice. It was
before.
really nice, not just to be recognised, but also to recognise others. You know.
Absolutely.
No,
Yeah,
I hear you.
yeah,
I hear you.
yeah.
It worked.
No,
It
I'm all
worked.
for. Right. Okay. Does anyone want my chips?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I'll take that.
I'll
one.
take.
Thank
Yeah,
Okay,
you.
we'll,
take- have
we'll
some of
split
that.
those.
Well, don't worry about that.
We
You split
pull-
that.
we
I'm
pull
off to
out-
South Kent. All right.
Yeah, I'll text you
Stay
tomorrow about
lucky.
killing Dr. Sue.
Yeah, let us know what happens.
We pull out on the chips, and we cut briefly to a
Unto
pub.
us all in jail.
A pub. We cut to a pub
For
in South
murder.
Kensington, and you see Sam, and she's sat there at this party, and she's sort of looking around. She's sort of sat at a table by herself, and occasionally she says hi to someone. And she sat there for a little while, and then suddenly you hear, off camera, the door open. And she looks over, and she smiles, and that's where we will cut to black.
Yay.
Thank you very much, everyone.
It was a love story
Whoa.
all along.
All along.
was.
Who knew?
It was.
And
Thank
then we
you
cut
very,
to
very
Dr.
much
C's
for playing.
gravestone.
Yeah. And we
We'll have to
piss
find
on
out
it.
what happens with the
We all turn to serious
revenge
crime.
plot. You were like, we're gonna kill her. Yeah.
We're gonna kill her.
Murder. Full
Yeah.
murder. Yeah.
Not just with a
Full-on
baguette,
murder.
like
No,
actually.
actual
Yeah.
murder. Hey, they took a paring knife to
You did
Peter.
take a paring
So.
knife.
It's true. They gave him a Peter
I'm
smile.
glad the hot oil never got. I may have some choices about weapons.
Yeah, you never got into that fight. That was just
No,
I'm
a
so
given.
glad.
and anyway,
Happening,
they
yeah.
put the hot oil safely down in the corner.
They have to keep their chips with them.
Yeah, like you can't let that go, otherwise it could cause a fire.
Exactly. They're very
Shit
careful.
pan
They've got
fires
they've
cause
got
a surprising amount of
Yeah.
home
They've
home
got their
destruction.
cloths. They've got their fire cloths.
Dangerous.
Over it. You've got to put a cloth on it. Thank you so much for playing.
Thank you.
That was gorgeous and beautiful. And Act 2 really satisfied the exact amount of reveals reveals per minute that I wanted from the second half of that.
Very high RPM.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, good. RPM,
Real nice.
like that.
Adding
Well, I
the-
loved. I'm sorry. I'm just going to say this
Lovely.
now. It is sheer coincidence. I had a top hat.
Yeah. What?
Like
I was like,
I
plan to have top hats.
no
Yeah, that's
no
incredible.
like as a
Right.
second, like
I universally
even
acknowledge
in
that.
terms of like its proximity to me, I had a top hat for a
I know you
different
just like
stream.
reached down.
So did I. Yeah.
And it was a top hat that like I thought was in a cupboard back there, and no, I was like, oh shit, no, it's actually just beneath me.
Was wonderful.
That
Emily's
was
face during
glorious
that was
work.
my
I
favourite
was
part.
losing my mind. I was like,
The
they
level-
definitely planned this. This is unreal. When Shamini pulled hers out, so little reveal for when we're filming this. Me and Shamini have just filmed the first episode of a Good Society RPG.
Oh, nice.
And Shamini is wearing a top hat.
Very
And
nice
that,
young
so I was
man
like,
in a top hat.
she's
yeah.
clearly got that there from that.
Yeah.
And I was like, that
Yeah.
makes sense. But the two of you, I was like, they've planned this, the fuckers, and I don't have
We
anything.
genuinely didn't, I promise.
We've never met.
Yeah. I didn't know any of your allegiances. I just knew I was
No,
going
I
to pretend
didn't.
to be
I was
French and then switch.
So
to Burgundy.
happy at just giving you all your allegiances and making the cross connections in your allegiances just
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Well,
Very
so
satisfied.
When John at the beginning was like, "Oh, I don't spits on the floor with the French people," I was like, "Okay, so he's not on the same side as me." Understood.
That was
But
what I
even
wanted
though
you to think.
I'm not really on that side either, but
I-
okay, this
see-
is okay.
See, for me, I was like, that's a double fucking bluff, right?
Yeah, and it was.
there.
I thought
That's
it
a
was, but then I
double
was
bluff.
like, but then maybe, but then I was like, but
I
I'm
was
not
so
actually
good.
on that side. So
Yeah.
does it mean it's a double bluff if I'm not?
It stopped.
Oh,
It
was
like
so
as soon as the burger van came up, I was like, poker face, poker face, poker face, poker face. Yeah, no, it's all good. Mm.
If you would all like to know, if you watching at home would like to know how I did that, how that happened, how like, you know, I gave them the setup of like, here's some seeds, and that whole thing flourished beautifully. Thanks so much. I will be putting my notes and a sort of revealed explanation of what my plan was on our Patreon. So go to patreon.com.
Shamini.
RPGeeksD&D.
Shamini,
Yes, Rhys.
how did we do in terms of your
Yes,
bullet point list?
percentage.
Yeah.
Did we do okay?
I think you did real well.
I feel like we were actually like on the rails, other than a few
Act
extra
one-
science facts.
Act 1 was totally on the rails, partly because like the like the +2 made the failing less likely.
Mm.
But still, that was perfectly on the rails, ended exactly the right place.
But we just
Yeah.
perfect and on
My
the
act
rails.
2 notes were much slimmer.
Is that because you didn't finish writing it until an
No,
hour
because I was going to leave it to you. Because Act 1 was me setting you a series of obstacles,
Yes.
and then Act 2 was like, anyway.
Yeah.
The only thing that I didn't, the only thing that was different was at the very end when I was describing the tubes. I was trying to spend a lot of time describing like it comes up from the floor and it goes to the vents above. So I said a couple of times I was trying to describe the floor and the ceiling because I was like, that's the
did.
only way out while the doors are closed.
I didn't
slowly
clock
opening.
that.
I
But
did not
at
clock that
point-
at all. I
it
set my
wasn't.
moustache on fire and then threw it at a door.
I enjoyed that.
But that's some lovely creativity.
Yeah. And your Tatar line was absolutely chef's kiss.
Possibly best thing that's ever happened on.
Yeah, that was very
Not gonna
good.
lie, it did satisfy my heart. Like I even saying that, like I'd
lost
thought
mine.
of that like midway through someone else talking, and I was like,
Ta-ta.
don't say it, don't say it. You can't say it.
But it's one of those ones that's so good that I was
That's
like, that must
genius.
have come from somewhere.
Yeah, I
someone
assume you
must have
planned
said
that.
before.
Oh God, no! That was a like
This is a genius.
burger then coming in, like I have an exit line.
I
Yeah.
found it.
I found it.
Yeah, it was great.
Ah.
So good.
Puns will get you a long way to success. It's
Look,
like, this,
I-
this one comes with a pun. Not like,
Look,
It also kind of
laid-
made sense as a like
Yeah.
putting together the like detonator and the explosives, and then
gorgeous.
It was
Yeah,
beautiful.
buddy. Like, and Peter has been known to make a pun. Like, that's the whole thing. Is like he does a lot of puns. I would love to say that all of it was intentional. No, I just fucking love a pun.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Right. I think we should find out more about our two fantastic guests
Oh,
today.
we should.
Thank you so much for coming and joining, agreeing to come play with us, finding a date we could all do. You're both super, super cool. And I feel like just, yeah, I had this one shot with you in mind. I was like, yes, this is gelling perfectly. Yes, yeah. Everything is going perfectly to plan. John, tell us where people should go find you and what they should be paying attention to.
You can find me on Twitter at Jon Gracey, where I tweet occasionally, but I do a lot of stuff with No Rolls Barred, which is a YouTube channel where we play board games, which is well worth checking out.
Oh, just to add to that, last week we played Blood on the Clock Tower on this channel. If you liked that, go check out Jon Gracey playing a lot of Blood on the Clock Tower on No Rolls Barred, like I do in my free time. That's what I've been fangirling. I'm fine.
If you really like Blood on the Clock Tower, this is only going to be for very few people, but we are doing an event. So I run a games kind of theatre events company called Treehouse, and we're doing an event on the 24th of November to the 26th. It is in a country house. It was going to be a wedding venue, my wedding venue, but then it got cancelled because of COVID, but we couldn't get the full deposit back. So we had to do something with the wedding venue. And we've decided to do a whole weekend of Blood on the Clock Tower, and it's going to be insane. It's really expensive. I'm just going to front load that now because the venue is really expensive, and it's a bunch of people from the YouTube channel and the Pandemonium Institute who make the game. So maybe I'll send. Can I send you the link, Sharmini?
We'll put it in
somewhere?
chat if you ping it over to us. Yeah.
It's there's very few tickets available because it's an incredibly boutique event that will not be appropriate for most people. But if you really like Blood on the Clock Tower and you want to come and play with us,
Face is like, why have
I'm like, I have credit
why
cards.
have you
I don't know
told
why.
her this right now?
it's
My
going to be
God,
so
John.
fucking cool. Where is that?
What are you doing
link?
on Friday? That will have happened by now. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Yes, we are doing an awesome.
Like, this is exciting. What's happening?
We're playing Fiasco on Friday the 13th, a horror thing, but no one will be there for that. Rather, this will have already been out.
We'll be there. No one's going.
Unless
We'll be able to be.
we're traveling through time right now. Like, I need to warn everyone of all of the past crimes.
Sorry, I'm just trying to find. This isn't my normal laptop. I'm just
It's a
trying to
very
find.
fetching picture of you in the top half of a tux and shorts on the website.
Yeah.
So-
Oh, we found the link.
I have found the
Oh,
link.
I am
have.
intrigued.
I'll
That
send
was.
it
I
through.
was. Do you guys know Jay Foreman, the
Yeah.
YouTuber? So I was filming one of his things. I used to do comedy with him for many years, and we just needed to be posh railway people from the waist up. So I had a nice tuxedo on and then shorts because it was quite warm. So
Aw.
that was where that was from. Sorry, I'm taking far too long here. I'm just going to
Wait.
find.
No,
the
no,
link.
this is good. This
Sorry,
is
I'm
good.
just looking at the prices and being like, I've got a credit card.
So here
Yeah,
is the link.
like
Shall I put
part
it
of
in
me
the-
is like, I
shall I put it
kind
in
of
the
want
Zoom?
to, but I'm also like, I have very little money, but also like, this is so worth it.
It's going to be so
I
cool.
love Blood on the Clock Tower so much.
It'll basically be a whole weekend. It's going to be it's Gothic Christmas is the theme, so everyone's going to dress up. My wife Viv is doing costumes as well, but people can make their own. We're going to have a big feast on the Saturday night.
We'll talk about it.
We have Blood on the Clock Tower at home.
I want
You
Blood on
played
the
it
Clock
here
Tower. I've got
last
it in
week.
that room, but I don't. I want that Blood on the Clock Tower in a house
But yeah,
with costumes.
It's that's the big exciting event. It's on the 24th of November, all weekend. It's in Norfolk. It's going to be amazing. Food and drink is all included, but it is just going to forewarn you. It's very expensive because it has to be. And it also means that
if you're accommodating people and food and drinking and entertaining them for a whole weekend, I think it's allowed to be a bit.
It's really like I think it's really worth it, but I just don't want people being like, oh, that'll be £50, and then looking at it being eye-wateringly expensive. It also means all the other events we do, which are on a smaller scale, we'll be able to pay for those, and we pay our cast as best we can, and so the money is going somewhere good, but also it's a lot of money, and it's a cost of living crisis. So,
I'm hoping,
but
I'm hoping that all our audience will now also be obsessed with Blood on the Clock Tower after last week.
Yeah.
So Emily Bates, you're in charge of saving that link and putting it in chat.
Yes.
I can
will.
always message you if you
Do
need
that.
it again. But yeah, that is on the 24th of November for the whole weekend. It's going to be amazing, and it's also loads of people have booked already, and they will be like big Clock Tower fans, but also some people who've never played before and want to play it in this environment. So it will be super cool. So if that sounds like your thing, you should come.
Sounds just like my thing. Oh no.
Rhys, tell us what your thing is.
I mean, I'm utterly gutted because that is kind of my thing, but I'm going to be in Vienna. Like,
Oh
that
no!
sucks.
Oh, I'm
It
so
absolutely
sorry,
sucks.
Rhys. You have to travel
Like,
to Vienna.
so I fuck. How do I follow like genuine glory? Okay,
You're
so
glorious, Rhys.
You are pretty glorious.
but you know, so I do a lot of voice acting. But no, it's so check out Silk versus Monstrous Agonies, Ethics Town Pod, and The Secret of St. Kilda, which will be along the second series of which will be along soon.
Just
Secret
name
of
this
St.
show
Kilda
who-
is sick.
It's so good, and
who has
I don't
also
want to
been
spoil
in-
anything, but I have a bigger role in the second series, and I am not gonna lie, real fucking enthused. But
Oh,
yeah,
do that voice again. That's lovely.
okay, very well. Hello. Also, you should see John Gracey's thing because he's fucking glorious.
Ooh, this
But
looks
no,
cool.
I also like if you like. Okay, this is a long shot. If you're in Vienna, go and watch Harvey at the Vienna English Theatre, and I'm in it for like 2 pages, but they've paid for me to be out in Vienna for the whole time. So yeah, if you're out in there in like November, December time, I'm gonna be there. Also, I just support literally every local thing or every live thing that you can, because like it's real dicey right now for a lot of creatives, and I think it's worth whatever little you can. I mean, if you can't, seriously hold on to your monies. But if you can, please donate to the people who are creative and who are making fun things. Like genuinely, RPGeeks. I work with Who Lives Who Dice, who are really good.
We love them.
Like genuinely, John Gracey, you are an amazing human being, and anything you do should be supported.
Very kind, thank
Like
you.
I maintain, if you find something that you love and if you can monetarily support it right now, it is really worth it, because a lot of people who do that have a really hard time saying please support me. So if you can, please do. It's really worth it, and also like you get to get more content like stuff like this, and also it's just really nice. You get a nice warm feeling inside you knowing that you've made things slightly better for the world. So that's just me. But yeah, so have fun, enjoy, and do the nice things.
That was lovely,
That
Rhys.
was lovely thought for the day from lovely Rhys. Thank you all again so much. Yeah, you can monetarily support us on Patreon if you like, or just chill out on our socials, because that's a lot of fun. We are at RPGeeks D all over the place. And our website is rpgeeks.co.uk, I think.
Next week?
Yes, so well, okay, yeah.
That's what I was looking
Next
at.
week. No, yeah, I've got a couple more things quickly, which is next week we have the very first episode of our new Kids on Bikes mini series, which hopefully you know all about from the you're in the past,
say
you
who's
don't
in
know
it
about
now?
Yes, you can go for it. You plug it.
We have 2 guests. We have a guest
Two
GM
guests.
in Zach from Realms Pod, who is so great.
That's very good.
And
Very good.
we have, you may know him from the latest series of Dimension 20, Jasper William Cartwright.
What the fuck?
And we've pre-recorded it. It is all pre-recorded, just heads up.
We got an Ali Jennings back as well.
And
which
there's
is
an Ali
Oh my
Jennings.
fuck!
Ali Jennings
Sorry,
got
that's so
returned.
good.
It was so fun to record. Sharmony has done some incredible artwork for like the overlay and the character art.
super cute.
It
I'm
looks
proud of myself.
beautiful. And everyone got well into it. I think we all kind of dressed up for it, which is that. Yeah, we kind of did. Yeah. I did,
I
which is
always
very
do.
rare for me. You always
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
Harmony always.
I'm sorry, but
And-
you utter bastards. Why didn't you say that before so I could plug the shit out of that when I was talking?
Well, no, 'cause
Holy
that's
crap,
not-
that's
Said a lot of
amazing.
stuff already.
You were plugging all your lovely
plugging
stuff. We
everyone
want your
else's
lovely
plenty.
stuff plugged.
Yes.
That
and-
sounds amazing.
Yes, we're very excited. It's very good.
So we know.
Current
it's gonna
Emily
be
needs to
really
edit it. So
good. So that is starting next week. There'll be 3 episodes. They're quite short episodes, so I think we're going to jump on stream for a bit of Twitch chat if you're watching live. That'll happen after that. I have a convoluted segue. Also, I would like to shout out 2 of our patrons, as we do each time. I say usually each time we have a live show, but today I would like to shout out 2 of our patrons with names from the opposite end of the alphabet. It is Andy and Will. Thank you so much for your ongoing support. You're both awesome. And I would also just like to do a bonus shout out today for Aaron Hammonds.
Aaron's technically before Andy in the alphabet.
Yeah, but he has to be. Oh, yeah.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Okay. I didn't
Well, the
mean to
reason
ruin
he's
your-
a bonus, the reason he's the bonus shout out, yeah, I know you're right, is because the other thing I just wanted to plug is our cult series. So after, I have a lot going on. After our Kids on Bikes 3-parter, we are playing 4 episodes mini campaign of the Cult RPG, which is
Scary.
modern day sort of horror,
Body
It's
horror,
creepy,
all
horrible
the-
things. Don't watch that.
It
if you don't.
is. It is.
Yeah, it might be. It might be.
It's
gross.
it could be a lot. We haven't. We're doing it live. We
Yeah.
will have a lot of content warnings probably at the
Yeah.
beginning of it. So
Yeah.
if
But
you're up for
Aaron
that,
is going to be. Aaron has played it a few times over on Queen's Court Games. Is going to be guesting.
award-winning Queen's Court Games. They
The
won
award-winning Queen's Court Games.
best actual.
I can't even
play
keep track of
at
all the things they keep
something.
winning.
They're just phenomenal.
Damn,
One
this
of the-
sounds
all of the
amazing.
Webfests. And that will also be GM'd by guest GM Fiona Howard from the What Am I Rolling podcast.
What?
So what more can you ask for,
Oh.
really? Anyway,
Wait,
Holy
has-
crap, that sounds amazing.
Wait, I've got
gonna
another one for
explode.
you,
Yeah, we've got
Shamini.
another one.
Has
Yeah.
Comic Con happened by the time this goes out?
no.
And you will be at Comic
I'll
Con.
be at Comic Con this weekend. Yes, thank you. I
Sorry,
will
this
also
is
be
a
at
big-
Comic
this is a
Con.
big week.
Sorry. We'll wrap up very, very soon. I'll be at Comic Con on Friday, the 27th of October. That's this Friday. Appearing on a panel with Jasper, with Liv from our University of Knowledge series. I mean, also from
And
their
Three
own
Black
shows.
Halflings with
There,
Jasper,
there,
yeah.
but also I like remember and Johnny
And
Chiodini
Ed
and Mark
Spence?
Humes.
Yeah,
No, that's
they're-
on Saturday. There's
Oh, that's on
another show on
Saturday.
Saturday. I'll also be around for that with Fiona, and Ed Spence, and Liv again,
And Zach.
and Zach.
Basically, all people who have been on
The
this
coolest
show.
people.
We're
But
very
Genuinely
happy
the
about it.
best human beings you can
Yeah,
find.
it's nice.
Like
Also, it's
I
Yeah.
oh god damn, that sounds
Basically,
amazing.
RPG multiverse is
That's
happening.
the
UK
that's fucking
yeah,
RPG
is happening.
royalty you have.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Ah!
You're
We're
all
very happy.
part of this. This
That's
is all,
you guys, yeah.
this.
Yeah. This is happening. Right. I
I
think,
think
that's
we're
it.
done.
Yeah, we're done. Thank you for your patience. And thank you once again to our wonderful guests. Thank you to our patrons. Thank you for watching and or listening, and we will see you next time. Cheers very much. Bye.
Bye.